The following is brought to you by the Social Suplex Podcast Network.
Yo, this is Rich Latta from One Nation Radio. This is brought to you by the Social Suplex Podcast Network. We present to you the Ace of Podcasts, Keepin It Strong Style. Let's go. It's the Ace of Podcasts, Keepin It Strong Style. Covering New Japan, they ready to hold it down. Jeremy Donovan and the young boy Josh. Come and hit a job out and bury all the frauds. From the Tokyo Dome over to the G1. Social Suplex is the network where we can get it done. I'ma chill and let them have it, cause this is just an intro. Keeping the strong style, 6 stars from the get-go, boy. Yeah, from Tampa Bay to the Tokyo Dome, this is Keeping It Strong Style with your hosts, Jeremy Donovan and the young boy Joshua Smith. And thank you for listening.
Welcome to Keeping It Strong Style on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. Jeremy Donovan alongside the young boy Josh Smith. Want to thank you again for downloading and listening to another week of Keeping It Strong Style. On today's show, we'll be covering the New Japan Cup Finals, Strong Style Evolved, Sakura Genesis, as well as all the latest news in the world of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Make sure you support the Social Suplex Podcast Network by subscribing on the podcast app of your choice and leaving a rating and review. You can get all the podcast archives along with all of our columns at socialsuplex.com. Go to socialsuplex.com/subscribe to sign up and get the podcast and columns delivered directly to your email inbox. All right, young boy, we have a lot to cover this week.
Yeah, man, this has been another like crazy week. Kind of like how the anniversary show like breezed by, and then all of a sudden we were just in the New Japan Cup, and it kind of came from nowhere. That's what this week felt like. Like, what happened to the New Japan Cup Finals?
It's almost like it's an afterthought now.
Yeah, like it seems like it was like a month ago, but it was a week ago.
Yeah.
This has been a really week. So yeah, I'm excited. I think we got an awesome show lined up right here.
Yeah, and
luckily we got a lot of good like wrestling to cover.
Yeah, and we're in the new Strong Style Studios.
Yeah, we are. So that's another reason that this has been a hectic week.
Yeah,
freaking moving into this place. We got worked by the
movers. Yeah, man, they're like pulled a fast one. I was trying to.
Yeah, they didn't show up on Saturday morning. I had to come home from my late night gallivanting. If I would have known they weren't going to show up, I would have just like slept in. I would
from your hands-on night interactive.
We don't have to talk about what I was doing. All I'm saying is I could have slept in and got some like Village Inn pancakes or something.
Yeah.
I came home early. And those freaking jabronis never showed up.
They worked us.
Oh, my God.
But it's all right. We're here. We're finally here in the new Strong Style Studios. Getting ready to give you guys another episode of Keeping It Strong Style.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. So let's jump into it. What do we got today?
So we're going to start off talking about the New Japan Cup Finals. Mm-hmm. So on that show, opened up with a singles match with the Young Boys. Shota Umino taking on Yagi.
Yeah. So you got like the golden boy versus the bad boy in this one.
Yeah.
Yagi's that dude, as I've said before. He just happens to always get beat up like worse than any of the other young boys, it seems like.
Yeah, he must have some kind of like attitude problem, or
I don't know what it is.
Or maybe it's just a thing. Maybe they see more in him and expect more from him, so that's why they like fire up on him and treat him like crap. I don't know.
Yeah, this was your standard, young lion match. Both guys coming in. Oh, yeah. But they really were freaking slapping the crap out of each other. The chop. Remember the chop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shades of Narita Yagi. Yagi likes to go to war, man.
Yeah, they were firing up. Yeah, a lot of big strike exchanges. This was a really good back and forth match. This was a solid, like, 3-star match.
It was like 7 minutes. It was, your standard young lion match. They both got to show their stuff. Umino got put in the Boston Crab. He got out, and then he got one of his own, but Yagi couldn't get out. So showing his superiority. Nothing crazy there. Just a solid like opener.
Yeah, it was a really good opener.
Yeah, both guys look good. I mean, Umino has been looking really good lately. I mean, they're giving him the spot, so... I mean,
yeah, obviously he's becoming like the new ace of the young boys, of the young lions.
Yeah, I'm enjoying him. I'm liking him more than I did. I didn't like him as much during the Young Lions Cup. He's still not my favorite of the Lions, but I mean, I dig Umino. It's cool.
Yeah. So next up, we had another young lion in action. Oka was taking on the newly elevated heavyweight Tai Chi.
For some reason, I'm not sure why, this just didn't live up to the last two Tai Chi matches I saw.
Yeah, I mean...
Bro, I'm talking about Tai Chi wrestling Naito and Tanahashi. Clearly, it's not going to live up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's Oka. It's not Naito or Tanahashi.
It's not the ace or the dark ace?
Yeah.
So that's crazy. I thought Oka was like the ace. No, yeah, so this was good, though. I mean, it was like a learning experience for Oka. Tai Chi, who just came off of two big matches where he didn't get the win in either situation, kind of puts him back in the winning field, I suppose. There's nothing really too special here.
Yeah, I mean, Tai Chi controlled most of this match, but Oka did get some good offense in. He got a nice belly-to-belly suplex and also a nice gut wrench suplex. I really like Oka's suplex. He has that
Oka has awesome throws.
Amateur background, so he knows how to pop the hips and really get the arches on those suplexes.
Yeah, from what I've read, I think he's got Greco-Roman background.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all upper body stuff.
Yeah, you know anything about Greco-Roman, man. It's all about the throws. It's all about upper body.
So, I mean, yeah, Oka's starting to get more muscular. We keep talking about his changing physique, and you're starting to see him putting on more muscle. So I'm excited to see what happens with him. Tai Chi obviously is Tai Chi. I didn't think he did anything crazy here, but I mean he had a good accounting of himself. This wasn't anything blow away, and it's probably matches of the night, but it was nothing to complain about. I mean, yeah, it served its purpose,
Yeah. So up next we had a 6-man tag match. We had Tangela, Yujiro Takahashi, and Bad Luck Fale taking on the team of Big Mike, Michael Elgin, Toa Hanare, and Togi Makabe.
So Makabe, I don't know if we covered this, but he's back in action. It seems like his knee injury wasn't too severe.
Serious, yeah. That was only he's only out for a week or two, right?
Yeah, it wasn't anything long, so that's good. Elgin here at the end of the tournament after having that big win over Ishii and then the big upset to Juice, here third on the card, teaming with Inari and Togi Makabe. I mean, what do you make of that?
I mean, he's kind of right back where he was before the IC title shot. I mean, it's
crazy, right?
Yeah, it's he was. I mean, all last year, majority of what he was doing was tagging with Toa Hanare in these multi-man matches, and they elevated him for the IC match, and then he's right back to where he was.
Well, it surprises me with Elgin because the way that Elgin match, or I'm sorry, the Ishii match was, he looked like he was getting ready for another run, and who knows, we don't know what.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking about Makabe, but you're talking about Elgin.
I'm talking about Elgin.
Yeah.
Oh no, so, I'm not surprised about Makabe being back down on the card at all.
But yeah, Elgin, I'm very confused on what they're doing with him. Like you mentioned, that big opening match beating Ishii, the big upset. You would think that he would have gone further in the tournament, or he would be later in the card in a different multi-man match.
Well, it was they protected him with that pinfall loss, that it was a flash finish, but then a week later, he does not feel like he's a guy that's ready for a run.
Right.
Whereas after that Ishii match, I was like, wow, this guy could win the tournament.
Right. Yeah. After that Ishii match, I mean, that match pretty much made him as the top guy.
It felt like it anyways, or at least
at that night.
That night, yeah. Yujiro here, who also had a really, really good showing in his match with Juice during the tournament. We got the obligatory Toa Hanare, challenging a big dude who's going to kill him spot in this match, him and Fale.
Toa Hanare doesn't care about his life or his health.
But yeah, I mean, this was, this was a solid match, pretty standard. You got it was kind of interesting that this card I kind of expected something a little bit bigger. But it kind of felt like just your standard like Korakuen Hall type of like show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like a Road 2 show. But you got the OG Bullet Club, and I don't know, would you call these guys? They're not really Taguchi Japan, I guess. Like, I don't think Toa Hinari is part of that. I guess it's just Sekigun.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about this? We didn't talk about this. How about Hinari's finisher as a Samoan drop?
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Did you notice what freaking Tangela is calling his finisher now?
Yeah, ape shit.
So that's cool.
Yeah. And he did hit that on Hinari here to get the win, and that's I know they're Tongan, but it's almost the same thing as the Rikishi driver.
Yeah.
That Rikishi used back in the day.
They're Tongan, and freaking Toa Hinari is what? New Zealander?
Yeah.
But they're all using Samoan moves.
Or maybe, I guess they share. Maybe
Samoan driver,
maybe
Samoan drop.
Maybe it's a Tongan drop.
Yeah, they need to change the name.
And a Tongan driver.
No, I think Chase Owens package pile driver is the Tongan driver.
Yes. Yes. Yo, Chase Owens, if you're listening to this, you need to start calling your package pod driver the Tongan driver.
Bro, tweet him. Dude, that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet him. I'm gonna tweet at him.
I would tweet him. I just don't know how. So Tangela, Yujiro, Takahashi, and Balak Fale get the win after Hinari gets isolated and he gets hit with the Samoan driver finish, and that's it for Hinari. 1, 2, 3, and we move on.
Yeah.
So far, just kind of like a normal match. The only thing that was like up to this point that was different was getting to see the young boys in a singles match, but other than that, it's pretty by the numbers card.
Yeah. So up next, we had a tag match with Toru Yano and Ishii taking on Killer Elite Squad, Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Good deal.
Yeah. Pretty much like was a unannounced number one contenders match for the tag titles, because for the last several months now, they've been building up Yano and Ishii on these shows with several tag wins. And then once Killer Elite Squad started touring again, they have been picking up several victories as well.
Yeah, I don't think that they were... I don't think at all that they were building up Ishii and Yano so that they could job to Killer Elite Squad. I'm firmly of the thought that they were supposed to get a title shot. But with the injury that happened in Australia with Evil, I think that sidelined their plans.
Yeah. And,
for the time being, it looks like maybe Yano and Ishii are getting phased out of that role. But this match, it was funny. We were watching this match with James and Rich, or this card in general, and they were like, Yano and Ishii against Killer Elite Squad. Jesus. And I was like, yo, this match is going to be really good, actually.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, okay. And no, but this match really delivered. It was one of the best matches of the night, in my opinion. Yeah. Killer Elite Squad always has some of the best matches.
Yeah, I mean, they're like a great team, and we mention this all the time. They're kind of like perfect for each other, because Lance Archer has a lot of charisma, where Dave Boy Smith Jr. has none. Mm-hmm. And then, Dave Boy Smith Jr. is obviously the more technical of the two, being trained in the dungeon and learn how to stretch him.
Yeah, and he's trained at in Japan and in England with Josh Barnett. He's got an MMA background, and he's a very technical guy for a man his size. It's just he's terrible on the mic, and even though he's got a great look, he's got no swag. It's hard to describe. But and then Lance Archer has great character work and awesome Power Man moves, but man, he's not a singles guy. Watch him, he's just lacking.
Yeah, he has to be. He's definitely a tag guy.
But these two guys together are great. If even though I freaking can't stand the gimmick, and I mean, we've talked so much about the water, but it's not just us, dude. It seems like everyone who covers New Japan is saying the same thing. It's like, we're not alone here.
Yeah, dude, we're planning on going to the New Japan show that's coming to Florida.
I don't know about it now.
If Lance Archer is there and he tries to spit water on me, I'm going to shoot on him.
I remember one time I was reading Hogan's book, back in the day, like years and years ago when I was still a Hogan mark, and he talked about he had a match with somebody. It might have even been Lesnar or something like that, but that someone told him that they were going to hit him with a chair and they were going to send it. He was like, all right. And he didn't he'd been in the wrestling industry all these years and he didn't know what that terminology meant.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've never heard that terminology either. I've only heard it in Hogan's book. So I don't even know if this is you never know if it's even real. You know what I mean? But apparently sending it means not hitting them on the flat side, but swinging it with the hard edge.
Oh, man.
And Hogan barely escaped. He almost got killed. And every time I see freaking Lance Archer do that, I just think, oh my god, I'd grab one of these chairs and I would send that shit
right, yeah, dude.
I would kill this man. I got a short temper, dude. Oh man, I don't know. I'd have to really restrain myself, and I'm not trying to talk a big game or anything because I'm sure that this dude could kill me. But nothing,
yeah, I mean, oh yeah, he'd probably squash us, but still, it's
nothing pisses me off more than I don't want someone spitting on me. Period. I don't care if it's water or what it is.
Yeah,
I'm not paying a ticket to have you spit on me. I feel like people should petition against New Japan from letting that crap.
But the crazy thing, some fans want him to spit on them.
Bro, I don't get it. I'm not even one of these I don't know what you call it. Everyone needs a petition and politically correct type people. I'm not like that. I don't care. But dude, if I come to your show, don't freaking spit on me. I can't spit on the wrestlers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't grab water and spit on them from out there. So what makes it that they're allowed to do that to you and it's cool? It's not cool.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. Oh my God. Anyways, so why do we have to talk? Because there's nothing else to talk about these guys. That's why we end up talking about it. Because all right, one guy's great. One guy's got, character work and they spit on people. All right, great. And they're big.
Yeah.
And they have a killer bomb.
They're vascular.
So, but yeah, Toru Yano and Ishii got in there and they had a match. And this was reminiscent of some of the more upper tier tag league stuff that we saw earlier in December. Really good, but not great. But still really good. I think the added stakes that you mentioned, that it's an unofficial title eliminator, kind of added to the drama of this match.
Yeah, and it was very interesting seeing Ishii going up against Archer and Dave Boy Smith, because obviously they're so much bigger than him, but how he carries himself, and he didn't back down from those guys whatsoever, and he was able to hit the Brainbuster, I think.
He did.
On Lance Archer.
He did, yeah, and it was awesome, too.
Yeah, I thought that was the finish.
Well, but I guess it wasn't. I remember us, we were all freaking out. We're cover him! Cover him! But, really good match. Eventually Yano got isolated. There was a few times where Ishii came in and made saves, so it kind of added to the drama of the match. Some near falls, but ultimately it was Killer Bomb, 1, 2, 3. Luckily, Yano took the pin, and Killer Elite Squad, it looks like they're on their way to a title shot. I don't know when, though. I don't
maybe next, this coming up Saturday at Sakura Genesis? Or Sunday?
They haven't said anything, so it's they gonna strip these boys of the titles? How long are they gonna let these dudes hold on to the belts?
I don't know. What's the IWGP ruling on title?
I keep trying to get a hold of those guys. I never hear anything back. I don't know. How about after the match, freaking Lance Archer hit Narita with the biggest freaking chokeslam I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we rewatched it 3 times.
It was some 911 ECW 1995 level chokeslams, the way Big Show used to do it before he got soft on people. Remember when he used to just lift people all the way up and bring them down?
Just drop them.
Yeah. So then that led us to another tag team match. We got the team of Chaos, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi against Dave Finlay and Juice. Oh, the Flamboyant.
Yeah, get it right.
Juice Robinson. And what were your thoughts here?
I mean, this was another, okay tag. It was a good tag match. I was really happy here to see Juice get the win here on Goto. Juice, we talk about how much he's improved, and he just keeps getting better and better every match he's in. and I really would love to see him get his first singles title this year.
Yeah, you said that in the last show.
Yeah, and I would love to see him beat Goto.
I mean, so let's backtrack here a little bit, okay? You know, Juice Robinson, you know, kind of graduates from being Young Lion, and then last year at what's the I always forget the freaking name of it. New Year's Dash.
Yeah.
So New Year's Dash, he's in the 10-man tag against Chaos, and he gets a pinfall win over Goto, right?
Right.
And what title did Goto hold at the time?
The Never title.
Exactly. Then going into New Beginning, we get a title match. Juice Robinson versus Goto for the Never title. And I don't know if you remember that match, but the story was clearly that Juice was not in Goto's league.
Right. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready at all. Yeah, like he was not on the same class. He wasn't on the same level. You know, it was like he was fighting from underneath the entire match, essentially, and he got dominated. And it was like he had to pretty much go back to the drawing boards. You take a look at the rest of Juice's progression. He had a great showing in the New Japan Cup last year. That was like his first like real taste of like success. He ended up getting a title shot against, who did he wrestle for? He got a title shot against Kenny Omega.
Yep.
He got a title shot for that was for the US title. He also got an IC title shot against, was it Naito?
Had to have been, right?
Or was it Tanahashi?
I feel like it was Naito.
He definitely got an IC title shot. He got 3 title shots last year, and he lost all of them. And then he was in the G1. He had he beat Kenny Omega in the G1.
Right, that's how he got the U.S. title match.
Yeah, so I mean, he had a big year, just progressing. He, you know, made it really far in the tag league, and then all of a sudden, like after the tag league, it's like he's been taken off.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we're a year later, Goto's got that belt again, and how do they set it up? He gets a pinfall win over the dude that he, you know, got a pinfall win over to win his first, or to get his first title opportunity. But the Juice that we're seeing right now is not the Juice that we were seeing a year ago.
This Juice is on a whole nother level. He has proven that he can hang Goto. I mean, he was hanging the ace this year in the New Japan Cup.
Exactly.
Hanging in there with Elgin. So this is like a tougher Juice, a more experienced Juice.
He's tested.
Yeah.
He's tested. He has experience. He's got wins over top guys. He's beaten Kenny Omega. I don't think he's beat Tanahashi yet, but
no.
He nearly beat him. He beat Elgin. He's on a run. He's got momentum on his side, and I think, like, do you think he beats Goto?
I don't see. I'm kind of like conflicted because I mean, Goto's only had what, 1 title defense?
2. You keep saying that. You forget the Beer City Bruiser.
What was the other title defense?
Against Evil, the crappy one, the worst.
Oh yeah, see I remember the Bear City Bruiser one. It's the evil one I forget.
How can you forget the freaking beads? those power beads, bro.
Goto's beads, yeah.
His beads of power, dude.
So he's only had 2 title defenses so far, and neither of them were great. So I don't know if they're trying to extend this run.
Who's had more title defenses than him though? Like pretty much just Okada.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know. If it was up to me, if I was Ghetto, I would book Juice to go over here and get the Never title.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't do that.
I know.
Sometimes you think it's the right time, and it's the right... I think it is the right time. Personally, I'm in the same boat, especially since, like, I don't know, Goto's not really doing much for me as the champion this time around.
He's not doing much. I mean, he's just kind of there. It's like...
And they've been building this guy up for long enough. It's time to, like, maybe pull the trigger if they're going to do it at all. They don't need to, like, have him chase and chase and chase and chase. I think it's time... If they're going to have him chase... Build him up and have him chase the belt. That means something. Don't pigeonhole the dude and have him chase the never belt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be at young boy status forever. Like, you know, that'd be like someone chasing the European title. Like, what? Like you want to be D'Lo Brown forever? Like
you don't want IC or the world title? Like,
so, but this match right here, Goto and Yoshihashi and Finlay and Juice, is what you'd expect. 3 stars. You know, all guys are solid. We've beaten Yoshihashi to death. Obviously, like, you know, our listeners know how we feel about him. Finlay, you know, great guy. Now, here was another thing. I was like, well, Finley's taking the fall here.
Yeah, I see it. It's all that. It's guys. Seriously, when we watch New Japan and we see David Finley come out, we're literally like, oh, we know what team's losing.
So the fact that not only did Dave Finley not lose here, plus don't forget that guy got a pinfall win on Chucky T on the night before this, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, him and Juice are both like they're on the come up. So Juice got a pinfall win, and we're going to be most likely seeing him challenge for the Never Belt. So that's super exciting.
Yeah, he countered the Oshigoroshi and hit him with the Pulp Friction, nice and clean.
Yeah, he pinned him clean. It wasn't a roll-up, none of that crap. So, good deal. Let's go to the next match. We had Suzuki-gun versus LIJ.
Yep. And the Suzuki-gun team was Desperado, Isuka, Kanemaru, and Suzuki.
Yeah, they took on Naito, Takahashi, Sanada, and Bushi. And this was not as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, this match was kind of riddled with the normal Suzuki-gun
match. I'm over the Suzuki-gun match, bro.
Yeah, the brawl to the outside, no control, hitting people with the barricades, chairs.
I don't know if I mentioned this on one of the previous shows, my whole analogy about like WCW brawling versus WWF brawling in the 90s.
I don't think you did.
Okay, so like, you know, back in the 90s, you would watch like a Stone Cold match or something like that, and his brawling would be like or The Rock or Triple H, or, you know, that was the style, the main event style, or even like the hardcore matches that WWF did back then. That was like the style, and it like they would go, they'd be crazy, you know what I mean? They'd go all over the building, they'd go in the crowd, and it wasn't just something that was like, I don't know, like a rest hold or something. Like, they were active, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
The last couple times in WWE, I can even remember something being like that. It's like, I don't know, like the Roman against AJ match at Extreme Rules, or like the Extreme Rules with like the Shield and Evolution where they're all over the building.
Yeah.
But you don't see it that often over there. But at the same time, WCW would try to do that crap, but they would do it with like Hogan and Piper and Savage and Flair.
All the old dudes.
And bro, it would be so slow. It'd be so freaking slow, and they like no one be getting counted, and they'd be just using like smoke and mirrors crap, and no one be getting hurt, and it wasn't like hard hitting at all. What we see with Suzuki-gun is like the perfect marriage of those two things. It's wild, but no one's getting hurt. And then it's pretty much like they just go out, they throw a couple barricades. It's essentially just a rest hold. It's just a really long rest hold. No one's like actually doing any work. It's just taking up time. And then they go back into the ring and then hope for a count out. And that's pretty much it. It's bullcrap.
Yeah.
Dude, if they want to go in the crowd and fight, I'm all for that, but actually fight. Like, if they're just going to go out there, choke the guy with the chair, throw a barricade on him, and walk back, I'm like, what is the point? It tells no story. It serves no purpose except for it is a rest hold.
It pretty much is, because I mean, they're just sitting out there, they're holding the barricade on the guy's throat for like 10 minutes.
It's just a really exciting wrestle hold. That's all it is. It's like Hulk Hogan, you know, hitting dudes, like choking dudes with his freaking belt on the outside, and like, you know, I don't know, just stupid crap like that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm over the Suzuki-gun match.
And then we had Isuka in there with the iron glove, the iron claw.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of freaking shenanigans in this match. Like, I'm over it. Like, I'm over the choking them with the rope, biting them, the iron claw.
He bit Naito's foot at one point in this match.
I mean, he does it in every match. It's the same crap. Like, it's the same crap. Like, I don't even want to review it. Like, I'll watch it, whatever, but like, I'm not even gonna waste breath on it. Like, it's just crap.
I mean, the main thing here, this was to continue to set up Suzuki versus Naito. They're heating that up for some point.
I will say this: Sanada got the skull in on Azuka and tapped him out. That was great.
So let's just continue to set up Suzuki and Naito. Naito still
we got two angles out of this match.
Naito continues to disrespect Suzuki. And then also
Suzuki was killing him in this match, though.
Oh yeah, he was. And then was it this night where after the match they went brawling afterwards?
Well, they didn't really brawl. It was more like Suzuki took him to the outside, and Suzuki just
stomped him.
And beat the crap out of him.
Took him out back.
Yeah, he took him back behind
Showed him the smoke.
So yeah, I mean, this was something that really furthered that feud, and it's looking like that's going to be the next major like title program is Suzuki and Naito.
And then
I think we've like kind of talked about that in the past.
Yeah, we covered it last week. We talked about it some last week.
But it was nice, like on this show that kind of felt lackluster up to this point, to actually have an angle, even especially after a match that I didn't, really enjoy to begin with, was kind of nice, I suppose.
Yeah. Then the other angle, Bushi and Hiromu with Desperado and Kanemaru. After the match, Bushi, Takahashi, Desperado, and Kanemaru are brawling, and then Roppongi 3K comes out and beats them down and stand tall.
Yeah, so we're getting a 3-way.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's already been announced, and we're going to talk about it a little bit later, for Sakura Genesis, 3-way for the IC or Junior IWGP tag title.
NXT.
I don't know what I was saying. I said something completely wrong, but yeah, for the junior heavyweight tag titles.
The NXT junior tag team titles of the world. No, yeah, so this was another angle setting up that feud. So, we got these 6 guys. It is what it is. We'll talk more about it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we had a really interesting tag team match in Chucky T and Kazuchika Okada taking on the real Tongans, Chase Owens, and the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi.
Yeah. So we had the Rainmaker friends against the Golden Tongans.
Yeah, and so essentially, I'm really liking the stuff with Owens and Ibushi.
Yeah.
Like when he'll try to like give him the too sweet, and Ibushi like
high fives
him. That's good.
Yeah, they've been teaming a lot this whole tour, and Chase, he keeps getting put asleep by Okada, and Chase's whole thing was he wants to drop Okada on his head with the package pile driver.
The Tongan driver?
Yeah, the Tongan driver. And even in a couple of the backstage promos, Kota was like, Chase is more fired up than usual. He has like fighting spirit or something like that.
I saw one of the backstage promos where Bushi was like, am I part of the Bullet Club now? Like, he doesn't even know if he's part of the Bullet Club or not. Yeah. Like, no one really seems to know what heck is going on there.
Yeah.
I love Chucky T and Okada. Was this the night where Okada said the thing that he said?
Yeah, so yeah, the post-match promo. So
No, during the match.
Oh, the Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
I don't know what the crap that was. We don't usually get to see fun Okada like this, except for like during I don't know, like Fantastica Mania. So I don't know. It's something about him and Chucky T teaming together. He just becomes like a comedy guy.
Yeah, he loves it. But
he freaking hit a flying crossbody off the top rope, and he was like,
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah, he said Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And I was like, what the freak? Like, why? Did someone like pay him in the back and be like, yo, I bet you won't say Scooby-Dooby-Doo during your match tonight? And he's like, bet. So yeah, I don't know. That was pretty crazy. And then you posted that thing on Reddit.
Yeah, so Chucky T and Okada got the win here, and in the post-match promo, Okada, the press conference, Okada was like, Chucky T and I are the best tag team in the world, something like that, and
he was like, we will take tag teams
to new heights. Yeah. And so I took a screen capture of that and I threw it up on the New Japan Reddit, and everybody popped for it as much as I did. I got a lot of upvotes, a lot of link karma from that.
What's link karma?
You know the number that you're trying to get up, like your pop.
I'm not trying to get any number up. I could care less. I post something and I'm like, all right, have at it, boys. I don't know what a link karma is. It's like, is it like getting likes on Facebook or Instagram or whatever?
Kind of. It's pretty much when people upvote, the more upvote you get, the higher link karma you get.
Okay, cool. So it's like a pop.
Pretty much, yeah. Getting over.
Pop.
I was getting over.
Getting over on Reddit?
I was blowing the territory up.
What kind of pop would you say was? Was that like
Road Warrior pop? It was the number one post for a while. New Japan Reddit, man. Had like 200 something upvotes.
Yeah, so this, I think Chase Owens got like submitted by freaking Okada like 4 or 5 times on this tour.
Yeah.
With the same finish. Man, I don't know. Like, it's cool. Like, hey, the matches they've been having with Okada with Okada have been really, really good. Kota Ibushi and Chase Owens been like a really fun tag team, and things have been great. You know, nothing blow away, but still very consistently good. But dude, do a different finish. Like, if you're going to get that move over, I know you're in a different city, but like, there are people watching every night. It's not like this is a house show. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're doing the same finish in the same position with the same exact mannerisms. I'm like, dude, you're exposing the business right now, boys. Like, come on. Either that or Chase Owens is just the biggest idiot. Like, he can't figure out how to like get out of this like billion yen dream. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was disappointed. Like, I'm a Chase Owens mark. I want them to push the guy.
I know. At the start of this match, I'm pretty sure you were like, Chase better not tap to the billion yen dream again.
I just, like, it's fine. Like, if that's Okada's move, great. Like, I get it. I'm not against that. But, and like, if someone's going to take the fall, clearly it's Chase. But if you're going to set up that move, do it different. Like, do it different. Build on the story. Like, these are smart wrestlers. Don't do the same, like he goes for the package, he gets out of it, he gets caught in the billion yen dream, he takes one knee, and then he starts tapping. Like, I saw it 5 times.
Yeah, like, each night, maybe have him hang on a little bit longer.
Just do something. Set it up differently, or, like, have him, like, try to learn from his mistake.
Right, and, like counter it or something.
I don't know. It's fine. Like, I will say this. On a night where I was kind of expecting this to be a better card, this was, like, just the same as any other... Aside from the angle with the Suzuki-gun match, this was the same as any other New Japan Cup match or, you know, night that we saw, except maybe not even as good.
Yeah.
In a way. So it was fine, but we finally made it to the finals.
Yes. Zack Sabre Jr. taking on the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, for the New Japan Cup.
So... let's do this. How about before we talk about the match, let's talk about these guys' builds. You want to talk about Zack or you want to talk about Tanahashi?
I can talk about Zack. So, Zack Sabre Jr., he's a guy, as soon as I saw him listed in the tournament, I really didn't think he was going to go far at all. I didn't think there would be any emphasis.
You had him losing in the first round.
Yeah, I had him losing in the first round of my bracket. I was like a freaking jabroni now.
I forgot about it. Now I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, like, I expected...
Hey, but here's the thing, Jeremy. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
A lot of people. A lot of people.
I mean, I expected no emphasis on him whatsoever. He's just there to help get the New Japan guys, the full-time New Japan guys over. And that was not the case here. There was a plan. Geto had a plan here, a full-on Sabre push. And so, yeah, it started off... Who's his first opponent again? Naito. Yeah, started off with Naito. Started off with Naito.
The biggest, like the biggest draw in the entire company.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's been a while since we watched these tournament matches.
Bro, it really has not been, but you're right. It feels like it has been.
The amount of wrestling we watch, like...
Bro, we got through this whole tournament, like...
Yeah.
How the freak are we?
Watch this whole tournament. I mean, and plus all, you know, the live events that we've been going. I mean, we've seen like 2 NXT live shows now.
We saw Velveteen versus Ricochet. It's pretty dope, by the way.
Yeah.
If you're listening out there, get ready for that match when it comes to the big screen. It's gonna be good.
Yes. It's back to Sabre. So yeah, it starts off with Naito, and he just beats the crap out of Naito, taps him out. And then from there, that started the momentum that he was going to carry on in this tournament.
Yeah.
And next up, he had Ibushi.
Yeah.
I did the same thing to Ibushi. And then he had Sanada. And did the same thing to Sanada. I mean, Sanada just like a guy in that match. And Sabre just was out wrestling these guys, getting them in multiple holds, showing all the various submission holds and hooks and stuff that he knows it can do, and was just destroying these guys and just laid a path of carnage on the way to these finals. Great.
So yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying there. So that's a great like backstory on his path. So. You know, I'm going to talk about the ace here. So we got Hiroshi Tanahashi, and one of the biggest surprises was that Tanahashi was in this tournament to begin with. Nobody thought he was coming back. I didn't think we were going to see this guy till G1 time. And he's like working a full-time schedule again.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Never mind. I won't even say it. You know how there's those allegations going on in America with the Roman Reigns video and stuff? I'm like, oh, this dude might be on. I'm just joking. Ace is all natural. He's totally clean.
Ace heading up Nutrition Solutions.
Yeah, Nutrition Solutions.
International shipping.
Yeah. But no, but like it is insane. I don't know how he's working, and it's so smart what Tanahashi's doing at this phase. He's a guy who is clearly suffering from injuries, and he's working that into the gimmick of his, of his character and his story and the story of his matches. It's excellent. It's excellent psychology. With that being said, he started off in the first night with the match against Tai Chi, who was surging, coming off of his announcement as being a heavyweight. His great match that he had with Naito, and a lot of people had Tai Chi pulling the upset win, especially with Tanahashi not winning.
He lost the 3 first rounds
in a row.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was something where people were like, "Hey, if he comes back and he's still hurt, it'd make sense for him to come in, show his face, put over Tai Chi, get out of there." You know what I mean?
Right.
And that it wasn't the case. Like, he came in, he wrestled, he went full hard. I think he outdid the match he had with Tai Chi. I think it outdid the match that Tai Chi and Naito had, just earlier in the week. He got past Tai Chi, went on to the second round, and he ended up wrestling, was it Fale?
Yeah.
Yep. So he wrestled Fale. They had a great big man match. He kind of struggled with him. He struggled with all the guys, just to be clear here. It wasn't like Tanahashi. He struggled with Tai Chi and his cheating and all that, but he overcame it. He struggled with Fale and his power and, just his size, but he was able to outsmart him and get the count out win. And then he ended up going against Juice, and he had to deal with his youth and his enthusiasm and, and his fiery, fighting spirit. But he used his wiles and his, his experience to outclass Juice and still show Juice that there's another level that he still hasn't gotten to. All 3 matches, especially the Tai Chi match was excellent, and then the Juice match was probably, I would say, Tanahashi's best match of the tournament. Really set up the story where it's like, now he's beaten these 3 different challenges. He's still struggling with his injury, still struggling with losing to a submission guy. Is he the Tanahashi of old, and is he going to be able to make it to the final or, win this thing so he can go face his old rival to stop him from taking his record, basically?
Right. I mean, he could either face Okada, or there's also the revenge on Suzuki.
Yeah, so he was talking about challenging Suzuki, and they started to tease that a little bit on this tour, so we weren't even really sure, and that's why, the finals seemed so much in doubt. We struggled last week on the show when we were trying to predict who was going to win this match, because I think you ultimately said Zack Sabre Jr. I think I ultimately came down to, I didn't want to bust my bracket, and I said Tanahashi.
Yeah.
And let's talk about this match.
So this match, again, was Sabre doing what Sabre does best and applying multiple submission holds, just really, kind of outworking Tanahashi. At the beginning of the match, Tana was kind of keeping up with him with the escapes out of some of his holds. But eventually, he just couldn't keep up with, the technical skill of Zack Sabre.
Yeah, I mean, it was this match was, in a lot of ways, very, very, very reminiscent of the other matches that we saw Zack Sabre Jr. have on this, in this tournament.
And this was also very similar to their G1 match with Sabre going after the injured bicep.
I think personally, and we'll get to the finish of this match, but I think for me, I like their G1 match better than any of the other matches they had, including this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're correct. This is very similar to that match. I saw a lot of people throw match of the year level main event out there. I did not think this was that.
I did not think that was that, because we saw Yeah, I saw all over Twitter. People were like, "Yeah, match of the year, 5 stars." I was like, "Oh man, I'm pumped to watch this match now."
Me too.
And then we, got home from work, fired up the New Japan World, and in my opinion, I did not see a 5-star match.
It was good.
It was a good match.
Really good. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, this match sucked."
Right. I mean, I'm thinking like, for me, like 4.25 maybe.
That's right. Like 4.
Yeah.
I was at like 4, maybe 4.25 with the drama of it. I thought what was excellent was just like Zack, like outpaced Tanahashi.
Right.
And Tanahashi is the dude who never gets tired.
Yeah.
Never.
I think another great point you made, you were like, why? You said this when we were watching. You're like, why is Tana wrestling Sabre's match?
Dude, because that's what happens. That was me complaining from a standpoint of like, I felt like Tanahashi from a kayfabe should have tried to wrestle his high impact style.
Right.
But he seemed to get lulled into Zack Sabre. I forgot that I said that, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre Jr. is a guy who makes guys wrestle at his pace. He slows things down. He brings them into his world, and they can't beat him wrestling his style match because he's the best at what he does. Simple as that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just can't. Like, nobody can match up hold for with him.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what I really liked was the finale of the match. So, I mean, even though the match went on for a while, to me, it didn't feel like the match was about to end. So it kind of caught me off. I don't know if it did for you.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing with Sabre is, like, he has so many submission holds, and he doesn't just use one as a finish. So you really never know what hold is going to end the match. Like, there's not that anticipation of, like, oh, he has, like, the sharpshooter locked in, so I know, or the crippler crossface, like, I know it's going to end. Like, he just literally gets you in whatever he feels like, and so you never expect when his matches are going to end.
Well, it got to a point where they were on the mat, and he had Tanahashi caught, so Tanahashi was like, all right, well, I'm going to try a scramble, I'm going to try this over here, and then, to get to the ropes or something of that nature, and he grabs his arm, and then he's like, all right, well, I'm going to try to go that way, and he grabs his other leg, and so then, like, he's just tied up everywhere, and eventually, like, Tanahashi's, like, starts running out of ideas, and he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna kick this dude in the head a bunch of times, see if that works.
Yeah.
And Sabre grabs that leg, hooks him, drags him right to the center of the ring, and he puts that orienting napalm death. Is that what he calls it?
It's the
orienting napalm death.
Yeah, crap, I had it here a second ago.
He needs to call it the death lock, because if you're gonna have a finisher move, it needs to be called
orienting with napalm death. Yeah,
orienting with napalm death.
He just called it napalm death lock.
Orienting with napalm death lock.
Yeah.
Everything that has death on it needs to be lock. Indian death lock.
Yeah.
Like, don't just call it death. That's anticlimactic. Anyways, but yeah, that move, bro. They have gotten that over as one of the most serious finishing holds in New Japan in the span of like a week.
I mean, well, they've gotten Zack Sabre Jr. over as a main event guy with 4 matches.
Bro, he tapped out Tanahashi for the second time. Like, I don't remember. I mean, I remember the first time he tapped him out, and I was like, it's not like Tanahashi's never tapped out, but it's very few and far between. This I don't know if anyone else has ever done it 2 times like this that I can think of.
Not that I can recall.
And think about this, bro. This is the same guy that, like, just a couple months back refused to tap out in the middle of the ring to Suzuki, and they had to do a ref stoppage.
Yeah. Well, maybe he realizes that wasn't the best thing, and that's why he had to be on the shelf.
Maybe, or maybe, like, this freaking hold is worse than anything Suzuki's ever put him in, and, like, he had no choice but to submit, because maybe he felt like he had hope back then, but Zack Sabre took the hope away from Tanahashi.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, like, they literally just made this guy a star in, like, 4 matches.
Yeah.
In 4 matches, they put him through a murderer's row, and he defeated 4 of the top dudes in the entire company.
Other promotion spend years and years trying to get one guy over and fail. And here in New Japan, it all it took them was 4 matches, and they got a top heel.
And they did it in a way to where no one that he beat feels lowered.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they're all fine, and this guy's established, and now they've got another player and more matches for him down the road and more matches for those guys down the road as well. This is why Gato's the best booker in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible. He went through a murderer's row, and he beat them all. Clean. Bro, let's talk about that. Let's talk about guys in New Japan willing to do business.
Yeah.
Bro.
You would think these guys would not want to put over a gaijin that's not full time and has a completely different style.
Yeah.
But no, these guys, they did business, created a new monster heel.
How easy would it be for a guy like Ibushi or Tanahashi to be like, okay, like, you're going over, I'll put you over, but there's got to be an interference, there's got to be a ref bump, you got to pull my tights.
Right.
No, bro.
And I mean, there could have easily been that, since he is Suzuki-gun and he's had Taka out there every match. They could have easily had Taka interfere in these matches.
Well, that's why Zack hasn't been over up to this point. I mean, but prior to the G1, all his victories had been like cheap wins because he had Tai Chi helping him like cheat, basically.
Yeah.
And so that was what was hurting him. And it's like, dude, that whole thing is like a thing of the past. Like, no one remembers that now. Like, nobody remembers how badly they booked Zack Sabre Jr. a year ago.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like, dude, this guy's like a credible star and looks like a legit threat to Okada. Who, if you also think about it, he's been trying to get his submission finishing hold over the entire tour.
Yeah, the billion yen dream, yeah.
Yeah, the billion yen dream. He's putting dudes to sleep out here, putting freaking Chase the Tongan out. But, bro, it's amazing that, like, these guys all could have had egos and said, can I do it? And they were like, no, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
They're all like, yeah, I'll do it. And they did it. Clean as a whistle, bro.
In the middle.
They could have made him look bad, bro. Like, his style of wrestling isn't one to necessarily, like, if someone doesn't want to cooperate, like, he doesn't have to look great. I mean, it's already not everybody's cup. And they made him look like $1 million. They made this dude look like $1 million.
Yeah.
And now they got a main event.
Yeah, a new challenge for Okada. Okada has not defended against Sabre. Have they even had a one-on-one match before?
Not that I know of. I don't think so.
Yeah, first a fresh matchup for a world title scene.
Did you see that tweet that Showbuckle sent out? He was like, modern New Japan today. He's like, Okada wrestles someone, 5-star match. Okada, the fans say, oh man, this man's unbeatable. They build up a new challenger. A month later, oh my god, I think Okada will be able to win. Rinse, repeat, redo it over and over and over again. And like, that's not a bad thing, bro. Like,
yeah,
they know how to book wrestling and build matches that matter.
Build matches, build stars.
Yeah. So this was let's talk about the tournament. So I mean, for you, what were who do you think were the breakout guys in this tournament? And what matches did you enjoy the most?
Breakout guys had to be obviously Zack Sabre Jr.
Obviously, he's number one.
Yeah,
he's number one. He he had the performance of the tournament, all throughout.
Juice Robinson.
That's my number 2.
Had great performances with Tana and Big Mike and Yujiro Takahashi.
The Yujiro match was better than the Elgin match.
Yeah. Also, Kota Ibushi.
Yep.
He's always amazing.
I thought that him and Zack Sabre Jr.'s match was incredible.
Yeah.
And then the Yoshihashi match, he got a really good match out of Yoshihashi.
Yeah. And then
gotta go Tanahashi.
Yeah, the ace. Yeah, I mean, broke the streak of getting out in the first round of the New Japan Cup.
Yeah. And
made it to the finals. Withstood. Who all did Tana face? He wrestled Bad. Yeah, we went over Bad Luck Fale.
Juice.
Tai Chi. And Tai Chi, yeah. So, I mean...
And Saber.
Yeah, weathered the storm, got to the finals.
So, yeah, I mean, this was an excellent tournament. I would say for me, still, Ishii Elgin is my match of the tournament.
Oh, yes. Ishii Elgin, match of the tournament. Like, that's a match of the year contender. That's a 5-star match.
Yeah.
There are not enough people talking about this, and we've been talking about this like.
Sometimes I wonder, like, do we just have weird wrestling taste because no one else ranking it as high as we did?
We're normally at this.
We're usually lower than everyone else. It seems like a lot of times.
Yeah, we're usually like a quarter star off, or maybe
like
even
lower,
like a half a star off.
And I'm super high on that match. And I've kind of contemplated going back to 4 3/4, but even still, I mean, that match is just incredible.
That match was awesome. Like, jumped out the couch multiple times, marked out, like, hard hitting. Like,
I would say number 2 for me. I think it was. What match did you think was better? You think Juice and Tanahashi was better, or did you like Naito and Ibushi? Or, I'm sorry, Zack Sabre Jr. Ibushi, because to me that was the best Zack Sabre Jr. match.
I think Sabre and Ibushi.
And then what would you go, Elgin or Tanahashi and Juice after that?
Yeah.
Or one of the other Sabre matches?
I think Tana and Juice, just because like. The Naito match was very good, but I mean, it was like 80-20. It's a whoop Naito's ass.
Yeah, that match was really good. So, yeah, I would say those are like my top 3 of the tournament was like Elgin, Juice, and Tanahashi, and then Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. I thought that was the best Zack Sabre Jr. match of the tournament.
Yeah.
So, I mean, great tournament. So, we ended up with, we got the official challenge. He's challenging Okada at Sakura Genesis. Okada made his way out. And then we got the battle of the hype men.
Yeah. Geto versus Taka, yeah.
So I'm assuming that going forward, we're going to get some sort of a Road 2 show where we'll get a tag team match between these guys.
Yeah, there is a Road 2 show that will be airing Friday, March 30th on New Japan World with English commentary. So I'm assuming there will either be maybe Geto and Okada versus Taka and Sabre, or maybe they just do like Geto versus Taka.
I will say this, good for Taka, man. Like, he's kind of been like drifting for a while in New Japan, and like he adds so much to the like whole package with Zack Sabre Jr. So, you know, great stuff, great tournament. We got a big match coming up. I'm super excited. Anything else we want to talk about the New Japan Cup before we move on?
No, I think that wraps it up.
Yes.
Now we're going to move on to Strong Style Evolved. So we're recording here on Monday. So that was last night for us.
How about this? How about the computer just dropped off in the middle of one of our segments? You guys won't be able to tell because Buddy here is one of the like best editors out there. So you won't even be able to tell. But like literally, we were stressing, bro. Like,
yeah, we thought we lost 45 minutes of audio.
Yo, I was like, we're going to have to record tomorrow because I was like, we're going to have to put this thing out late. I love the listeners, but man, like this is, I'm too despondent. I put too much energy.
Yeah.
I put my whole soul into that thing.
We got hype, but
and it's gone forever. But
yeah,
it's back.
Yeah, luckily thank you.
Thank God.
Shout out to Adobe Audition for having crash recovery and recovering the audio.
Yeah, bro, that was scary.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Strong Style Evolved.
Yeah, so that was last night for us. Sunday we watched it live.
We watched a New Japan show freaking live
on Access TV.
Bro, I haven't watched it. The last time I watched a New Japan show live was G1 Special last year.
Same here.
And before that was the Wrestle Kingdom before that.
I've never watched
I'll never do it again.
A Japanese show live.
It's too hard, bro. It's too hard.
So yeah, Strong Style Evolved. And you may have heard, if you listen to One Nation Live, it was advertised that James Boyd was supposed to join us, but apparently the card was not strong enough to...
It wasn't up to his level.
To his level. James Boyd, he's a top talent, big draw here on the Social Suplex Podcast Network.
Yeah.
And he only shows up for the big card, so... James has told me that he wants to join us for the Sakura Genesis review.
We'll see. We'll see if we can pencil him in. I mean, this show's pretty busy. Our schedules are crazy. I don't know if the show's got space for him. We'll have to see. We'll make a judgment call. James, if you're listening, I know you're not.
Not, yeah.
Then we'll... wait for my people to call you. Don't call us.
Yeah, we'll send over the contract. You take a look over it. No, but yeah, so Strong Style involved Walter Pyramid, Long Beach, California.
Awesome location, awesome production value.
Oh my gosh, like
it was incredible.
Probably one of the cleanest, crisp.
No, it was the cleanest and most crisp video presentation I've ever seen for wrestling. I mean, we watch New Japan on New Japan World, but it only shows up in 720, so you never actually see it in real HD, which is fine, but dude, like, this was cleaner than anything on the Access shows. This is cleaner than any WWE produced show I've ever seen.
They dropped some money on this.
I don't know why it was so much better. I literally don't know why. It was like cinematography, like at its finest. Like, the lighting was incredible.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, I don't know. I think maybe it was Rich that said when we were watching it, like they shot this like a sports event. Like,
I'm still waiting for them to get the New Japan crew out there, not the Access people, because you can still tell with the presentation. It's better. It's definitely better than WWE and like Ring of Honor and you know, Impact and all that. Like it wasn't shot like an action movie. It was shot like a sports contest, but it still was not up to. It's not what I'm used to when I watch New Japan.
Yeah. So first matchup of the night, a 6-man tag. Rocky Romero teaming up with Shonen Yo, Roppongi 3K, taking on SoCal Uncensored. That is Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. Former Ring of Honor the new Ring of Honor 6-man tag champs. They're the current champions.
Yeah, they're the current champions.
They didn't come out with the belts. That's why I got confused there.
Wonder why they didn't come out to this show with the belts.
I don't know.
They got jobs.
Oh,
can't have your champion show up with the belts and do the favor. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. So I mean, this was a very good opening match. A lot of energy. The crowd, Roppongi 3K was over huge. I mean, all 6 of these guys are pretty over.
This was a great crowd too, by the way. This crowd was. I was actually listening to another show. Some guys that were at Walter Pyramid, and they were saying that like for the first show that a lot of the seats were empty, or like the first matches, first 4.
Yeah.
And they were wondering if like maybe just the tickets, they didn't actually have a sellout. Maybe they just like sold a bunch on the secondary market and then people didn't buy them, you know, and maybe it was a false number. But then they said by the time that like the 4th match was there, every single seat was filled. And they said, do you know what they thought really was the reason that people weren't at their seats?
Why?
The merch lines were so long.
Oh yeah. The
merch lines were so long that people missed like half the show just trying to buy like a t-shirt, bro.
That's crazy.
No, that's retarded. That is retarded. That's why y'all marks and I ain't a mark. Like, I'm not spending money to watch these dudes come into America for the second time ever and then stand in a line to get a t-shirt that I can buy on ProWrestlingTees.com
or the New Japan store.
What the heck? Whatever. Anyways, I'm not trying to criticize. I get it, whatever. But I mean, that's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
But this match was kind of sloppy if you remember back. Like there was quite a few botches, and it looked like Frankie Kazarian hurt his knee.
Yeah, he tweaked his knee, and you can just tell he was trying so hard to work on it. Mm-hmm. If it's a serious injury, that puts the 6-man title match at Supercard of Honor.
They haven't said anything since last night, so I'm assuming he's probably okay.
Yeah, maybe he just sprained it or something, or hyperextended it.
But this was a frantic match. It might have been a little bit too fast paced. Yeah. But because I don't know, maybe they were just being rushed for time.
Yeah, maybe they were going over their time. I mean, the match went 11 minutes.
There was a lot of spots where I felt like there was key moves that they should be hitting that they kind of missed, but it still wasn't a bad match at all. But I mean, I thought it was something. It's noteworthy. I mean, the Ring of Honor Trios champions lost clean to Roppongi 3K, which did make sense in the context that Sho and Yo got a title match coming up next week, so I mean, they can't be
out here doing jobs. Yeah.
So these American boys. Also, I'm pretty sure I didn't watch it, but I know Rocky Romero and Scorpio Sky had a match the day before in the dojo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I bet you almost anything Scorpio Sky went over.
Probably, yeah. Speaking of Scorpio Sky, listeners, I want to know if you agree with me and Josh on this. Take a look at Scorpio Sky's face and tell me if you don't think he looks like Jinder Mahal.
Yo, I didn't want to say anything when I first noticed it. I was sitting there with with Jeremy, and I didn't want to like be racist or anything because obviously Scorpio Sky is an African American, but I was like, yo, have you ever noticed that Scorpio Sky kind of looks like it? And then Jeremy's like, gender? And I was like, yes. I mean, way more talented. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like extremely.
It has nothing to do with his in-ring persona or his promos or whatever. Just the facial features. He's black gender.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, this was a really good match to open up. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Did you notice when at the end of that match when Barnett told them that they all needed to get out of the ring?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That was a weird call.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we had Josh Barnett and Jim Ross on this night.
Man.
They weren't as bad as last year.
They weren't as bad as last year, but still, man, like, we needed Kevin Kelly and Don Callis.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like, it's funny when they don't know the product. So, like, they don't even know, like, some of the names of the finishing moves. Granted, we don't know everything either, but there's some that are, like,
right,
major.
But, I mean, there are, like, we know all the names of the big moves. We know in a tag match, there's no rules. Like, they do whatever. And, like, every tag match there, I was like, oh, I don't know what the rules are here. Like, dude, it's New Japan. It's a tag match.
That was something I picked up on. So we were watching it last night, and I said, Jim Ross doesn't know, like, oh, yeah, because he didn't know, like, he didn't know the tendencies of New Japan tag matches.
Yeah.
And it's because he doesn't cover them. Because
on Access,
he's just covering the big matches.
The big one-on-one matches, yeah.
So he's like, this tag match is out of control. So I'm going to get in the, but he's not doing it in the way that, like, Don Callis is, where he's like, damn it. Damn it, Tiger. Jesus.
Tiger Atar.
Get things in control. But, like Jim Ross is actually bewildered. Like, he's like, what is going on? I don't understand this match. It's because he doesn't cover tag matches on Access, I bet. Like, hardly at all.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of moves were missed. Just a lot of other key aspects.
We'll get to it. Yeah, but I felt like they were more just non-entities than anything else. Like, last year, I felt like they were shoehorning themselves in and saying a lot of, like, ridiculous things that were just too much. And this time, like, they were there, but I could barely hear them. It was almost, I don't know if you noticed, but the mic seemed really hot for the ring. And you could hear the performers more in the crowd than almost more so the music and the announcers.
Towards the beginning of the show, the audio for the definitely the entrances was really low.
Yeah. So, I mean, they were fine. They were fine. It wasn't the end of the world, but it definitely wasn't.
JR and Josh Burnett are fine.
They're fine.
Cody voice.
But, so let's go to this second match. We got Dave Finlay and Juice Robinson against Goto and Gato. What were your thoughts there?
Yeah, interesting team of the Goto and Gato. You really don't see that combination much. But obviously, you know that this was going to be more of a build-up for the potential Juice and Goto match. Don't know when exactly that's going to happen. But, I mean, this was an okay match. I mean, nothing special.
Well, there was something special. There's something that was out of this world that happened in this match, Jeremy.
David Finlay getting the win.
Dave Finlay got a clean pinfall. That's like 2 in a week, bro. Over, like, established guys. I mean, not top stars, but, I mean, you got to start somewhere.
I mean, he won.
Dave Finlay won the match. He got the pinfall victory. Not Juice. Not Goto. Finlay. And I think I know why they're doing this now, and we'll get to that a little bit later.
Yeah, so he hit a Ghetto with the stunner.
Yep, I hate guys using the stunner.
Yeah.
I'm done with dudes using the stunner and using the ace crusher. Like, freaking get a new finisher. I don't even think, like...
Well, the problem is, like, with the... Sometimes, with the stunner and the cutter, like, some guys are not even pinning people with them.
Yeah. A lot of guys are starting to turn into like a transition.
Transition move. I'm like, dude, it's a freaking cutter, man. Like,
the thing is, like, the only guy that I pop for that uses the stunner nowadays is like the Mac from Lucha Underground.
Yeah, Willie Mack.
Willie Mack. And even when Willie Mack does it, it's like a parody, but it still barely wins in matches. So
right.
It's one of those things where I think like one guy did it the best, and nobody's gonna be able to do it. Like, I don't like the Oz cutter. I don't like a lot of the cravat. Like, I mean, I love
lethal injection.
Yeah, well, I like the lethal injection, but that's a little different. But yeah, for most cutters, I'm not a big fan of. I don't know. It doesn't even look like a move that hurts at all, and that's because it really doesn't at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's not that visually appealing to me. I don't know.
I don't know. RKO's out of nowhere pop me every time.
RKO's out of nowhere are great, but like anyone else doing an RKO looks stupid to me.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to use an RKO, like, that's Randy Orton's move. Like, there's some guys that just use a move that, like, you're not going to be able to get over.
Yeah.
Using their move. And if you do, you're going to have to use that as a transition move. So, I don't know. It's whatever. Like, I think Dave Finlay using the stunner is stupid. Why is Dave Finlay using the stunner?
Yeah.
Dave Finlay needs a better move.
You'd think he'd use, what's the move that Finlay, his dad used to use, the air raid siren crash thing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I forgot what that even was.
Yeah, it's like a emerald fusion kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He'd pick him up. It was like the white noise?
Yeah, there we go. Like the white noise.
Yeah,
the white noise. Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know. I just feel like Dave Finlay needs to do something original. Like, whatever. But anyways, yeah, just fantasy booking Dave Finlay. Like,
you know what Dave Finlay needs to do? He needs to find himself a leprechaun.
Oh, my God.
And, say he likes to fight.
Yeah. Anyways. So, we got this little match. We move on. We were watching this with Rich, and he was like, my God, he's come to America. And they're a Cork and Hall show. He's like, they need to come to America correct if they're going to do a show this hard. And I was like, bro, it's openers. Like, these matches are fine. Like,
right.
This is not SummerSlam.
And later we kind of learned why the show was the way it was. Yeah. But yeah, so up next we had Chucky T and Toriano versus Killer Elite Squad. During the airing of this match, we had our own match with both of our Uber Eats drivers.
Do I need to tell people about how much? I feel kind of bad about that, but like, yeah, I was a douche to the. No, but that dude pissed me. So we just moved into this new complex, right? And when you put in your when you put in for Uber Eats and you put in your address, they don't use like a real GPS. They use the Uber Eats GPS.
Yeah.
So it brought them to our front gate. Well, apparently both of our drivers didn't want to drive from the front gate, and we're like basically like, oh.
Well, I don't even know where my driver was.
Oh, you don't know?
No, like my original driver is like, she just like gave up and left.
My dude was like, I'm here, and I was like, no, I'm outside. Where are you? And I was like, I'm at house number da 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 on street da da da, and he was like, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm here. You're not here. And I was like, dude, I'm outside. This is the only street. It's a small street. You're not here. What are you driving? He didn't want to answer me. I was like, what are you driving? He like told me it was a Dodge Caliber.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, just take the road. It's not a big complex. There's only so many. There's literally, he's like, I'm looking at house number such and such, and you're not there. And I was like, okay, you could be on a totally different road and have the same house number. Like,
right.
What does that mean? And he was like, just come to the front gate. I was like, dude, I'm not coming to the front gate. You're like, the Uber driver.
Yeah, you're supposed to come to me.
I was like, the gate's open. Come here. And he wouldn't come there. So then, like, it got to the point where I had to go there. So I got there, and he got out of his car, and he tried to hand me my food. And I said, bro, get in your car. Look at every sign that I point at. You tell me what you see. And he was like, are you serious? I was like, get in your car. And I, like... And I made him follow me, and I pulled up to a street sign, and I pointed at it like it was the freaking WrestleMania sign. Like I'm going to the show of shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that sign say? Does that say Diodora? And like we drove, I was like, does that say Diodora? We drove, I was like, does that say Diodora? And I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And then we pulled up, and I was like, that's the only sign that says Diodora. And like, I don't even know. I was heated. Jeremy was.
Well, I was trying to find my lady. She's like, it's the same thing. She was like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm outside 5704. You were not here. I had no idea. I don't even know if she was at the front gate or not. Like, she wouldn't say where she was.
She just flagged.
Yeah, she flagged.
She took your food.
Yeah, so I had to reorder my food. I put in specific instructions, and luckily I was finally able to get my freaking food towards the end of the show.
So my guy follows me, and he's pissed that I didn't take the food and just drive away, that I like kind of embarrassed him.
Right.
And then I was like, bro, next time you come to this complex, I was like, you look for the street sign. Don't say you're on the street if you're not on the street. And he's like, I was on the street. And I was like, that's the street right there. That's the street. And he's like, I was here. I was there. And I was like, bro, just give me my food. And I was like, this is BS. He's like, this is BS. And I was like, bro, you're a terrible Uber driver. And I like went upstairs, and he was like cussing or something.
Yeah, he like drove off cussing.
I never leave bad review. I left him a terrible review on
-5 stars.
I gave him 1 star. I never, bro. I don't rate anything or do anything like that. I always tip people. I didn't tip him. I left him a bad review. I felt bad a little bit, but dude, it was like he was being so difficult, and I missed the first half of this match until I had to go back and rewatch it tonight because
we rewatched this match before recording. Thanks to Uber Eats making us miss this, but so yeah, we were able to rewatch this.
Yeah, you got me heated, bro. I was cutting a promo on him and everything.
Man, young boy's about to drop that man, about to shoot. But okay, so what do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of just like, I mean, it's every Killer Elite Squad match that you've seen with Yano, except in America, where Yano's like a god.
Oh my gosh, he was super over.
And Chucky T is super over too. So like this was like a dream tag team for the fans.
The spot I loved in this match was Yano acting like he's gonna go for a dive, and instead of going, he runs full speed and then like quickly turns to the turnbuckle to like undo the turnbuckle pad. Oh my god, that popped me.
I just appreciated, like, for how many people don't like Toru Yano, that entire crowd validated him. Like, that American crowd he was so over with the American crowd. Like,
Right.
it was.
I love Toru Yano. I mean, get me wrong, I love my serious, like, hard-hitting wrestling, but it's good to have, like, one character that's kind of a goof and, like, just goes out there and it's, like, completely ridiculous.
Yeah, so this was, but again, Killer Elite Squad, they're on a tear right now. So this was another match that was establishing their run towards the tag titles. We don't know when that's coming, but yeah, I mean, this was a really good athletic match. These guys, you know, Toru Yano and Chucky T got in all their stuff, their hope spots. Lance Archer, and they made Lance Archer and Davey Boy look dominant and really good, and very. I mean, up to this point in the night, this was the best match on the card so far. The third match in, so really good match. Killer Bomb on Chucky T. And then that's it. 1, 2, 3. And Killer Elite Squad is moving on.
Then next match, we had the Battle of Bullet Club. We had Cody and Marty Scurll with Brandy Rhodes taking on the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga, Tangela.
How about that Cody promo?
Yeah, he cut a promo at the beginning of the match saying that, you know, Bullet Club is fine.
Dude,
this match is pointless. Like, we're Bullet Club. Like, why are we fighting? Like,
no. The heat that guy got as soon as him and Marty, when Marty would like open his arms, yay! And then Cody, boo! I mean, like, Mid-South heat, bro. Like, this guy is hated.
And it's crazy because, like, in Ring of Honor, for the most part, he gets majority cheers in Ring of Honor. But here, man, it was all heat.
Yeah, super heat. Yeah, I really dug his promo. I'm enjoying Cody Rhodes' character work so much right now. This guy is one of the best heels in the like, not just the company, but in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, top to bottom, he's doing some of the best, like, heel promo work out there.
Right, and so he was saying that this match would not happen. You know, he was trying to, you know, kiss up to Tama Tonga, called him, you know, Bullet Club OG and
3-time tag champs.
Yeah.
These are the guys that made the Bullet Club cool to begin with. Superstars like me made it popular.
But then Tangela...
They got a bunch of FU Cody chants.
Yeah. Tangela grabbed the mic and said...
Wait. He told them, he said... And these guys are definitely Team Cody.
Oh, yeah. But, so Tangela grabs the mic and says...
I was pissed about that. I don't know. I thought about it on my ride home from work today. Why didn't Tama grab the mic? Because he tried to hand the mic to Tama.
Yeah.
And Tangela grabbed it instead. Very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Lois, like, this match is going to happen... And we are not Team Cody.
Yeah, he said, if we're...
anybody's team, we're not Team
Cody.
Cody.
Like, if we're even on somebody's team, it's definitely not Team Cody. And I was like, oh, snap. And then, yeah, I mean, the part that I really liked was when Tamatonga and Cody just started running it, because I've been waiting for that to pop off for so long, and I was like, dude, we all popped. Me and Rich, we were jumping. We're like, whoop his ass, Tama.
Yeah, go Tama.
We want Tama to kill Cody so bad. Like, I'm kind of like, I'd be down for that match, like a singles match between them.
Yeah.
But so I mean, this match was good. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was, it's an alright tag match. Could have been better, but for what it was fine, and it progressed this whole Inner Warfare Bullet Club storyline. Was, I guess, not really that surprised, but it's interesting that Cody and Skrull got the win here.
I don't think it's that surprising.
It's not that surprising.
They got big matches coming
right,
up.
Cody and Kenny are coming up.
And Tama and Tangela, even though some people want to say Tama's like the unofficial Tongan leader.
Yeah.
He's a tag team guy.
Yeah.
I wish he would take a more prominent role and become a singles guy, but he's not right now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying obviously having Cody go over was probably the right call, but
you thought Marty could take the fall because he's a junior?
Yeah, and it's God are a more established team. They've teamed more than Cody and Skrull have.
That's true. I just you call them the Silver Lovers.
Yeah, Cody and Skrull, Silver Lovers.
Yeah, because he kissed. He made Cody kiss him on the cheek, and you're like, what are these guys? The Silver Lovers?
Yeah,
that popped me. But anyways, one thing I noticed, bro, the camera work. This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, even though it looked really good, they missed a lot of spots in this match. They did in the first and second match too. So that was one thing that was bothering me.
In the first match they missed the best Meltzer ever.
They missed it entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we'll get to it later, but there's a really important part in the main event they missed big time. I had to watch a fan cam to figure out what happened. Anyways, Marty and Cody, do all the little cheap heat stuff that they can, and eventually, the Girls of Destiny were pretty much firmly in control, so it wasn't like they were getting beat bad. It's just, it was a timing issue. They kind of got a chance to isolate one of the guys away, and Cody ended up hitting the crossroads on Tangela, and that was pretty much it. Got the 1, 2, 3. So that brought us to the next match of the night, which I was extremely excited for. Taguchi Japan. So we got Taguchi, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kushida, and Dragon Lee taking on LIJ, Tetsuya Naito, Bushi, Sanada, and Hiromu Takahashi, which anytime you get Takahashi and Dragon Lee in the ring together, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, and we got Naito with the cape.
Yeah, Naito came out with the white suit and the cape, but he still wrestled in the t-shirt.
I didn't think it was as good as Taguchi's outfit, though. He came out with the In-N-Out cap.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this match started off, great.
And, man, poor Kushida, man. This was his first, big match since, Wrestle Kingdom. That guy has, done nothing this year.
It's the junior division. That's what they do, though. They cool guys down. They'll heat them up later in the year, I'm sure.
Yeah, obviously, Best of Super Juniors is coming up soon.
Yeah,
but still, as great as freaking Kushida is, you would think he'd be in more prominent matches.
I mean, there's only so many single spots for juniors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he could be in a junior tag, but I'm not sure with who necessarily.
Right.
Maybe Taguchi, I suppose. Although I'm wondering if Taguchi's even still a junior at this point.
Yeah, get the scale out for that boy.
I'm not feeling bad about Kushida at all. And we got to see Kushida and Takahashi run it back, which is always great. I liked this match a lot.
Yeah, this was a really good match.
We got everybody got their stuff in. Just really, really, really fun. It was easily the best thing on the show up to this point. We got Takahashi doing his stuff, Kushida, Dragon Lee doing flips. We got the awesome strike battles between Takahashi and Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Bushi doing his. Oh, they didn't know what the Bushiruni was.
Yeah, they didn't call it Bushiruni. I mean, there was a MX. They didn't call it.
They didn't know what to call it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Because they don't watch. Because he's a lower card guy. They don't know what to call this stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I actually was wondering if they knew his name for half the match because I felt like Jim Ross kept forgetting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately, go figure. Taguchi gets isolated, and Naito hits him with the Destino, and that was pretty much it. I mean, this was your standard, really, really high quality, fun, New Japan, 8-man tag.
Yeah. I was really hoping for Jericho to jump out on Naito.
Yeah. So we waited for that. So we were like just hoping and praying, and then they did the awesome, LIJ pose that they do where they all like hit the ropes and take their poses. Those guys know how to do a photo op if I've ever seen one. They got their poses down. It's pretty cool. But yeah, and then the screen went black, and then Jericho never came out. We're like, freaking A. Like, I don't even think this is... do you remember earlier in the show when Davey Boy had... I think it was Chuck E. T in the walls?
Yeah.
Or, in
Elevated Boston.
Elevated Boston.
Yeah.
And Jim Ross was like, this is very reminiscent of the Walls of Jericho. Chris Jericho, many of you fans are familiar with. He's like, not sure if I'm allowed to say that. And I was like, why? Why aren't you allowed to say it? Dang, maybe he's really done, dude. Like... I hope he's not, but that's
man. They're working us, man.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Jericho's working us.
I don't know.
So, up next we had...
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, so Mysterio came out and cut a promo kind of apologizing to the fans that he would not be able to compete. Tore his bicep.
Just last week, we didn't even know if he was going to compete or not. Like, we were still speculating on the show.
Yeah, he tore his bicep. And but he said that he will wrestle in a new ring again. It's on his bucket list. And he said, the match with Liger happened in '96. Why can't it happen again? Mm-hmm. And so
So Ray takes a seat at ringside, and we get out the junior champion Will Ospreay, and the all-time junior legend Jushin Thunder Liger, and this was very good. It was about as good a match as you can expect from Jushin Thunder Liger and Will Ospreay. It is amazing to think like Jushin Thunder Liger's in his 50s right now.
Dude, that man's 53?
Yeah.
And he's out here like bumping and flipping around and having like a great match right now.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously like Ospreay is on a higher level probably at this point than Ray is as far as like in-ring work is. I don't know if he's like 96 Ray level, but he's one of the best workers in the world right now, and I think he's probably on a higher level than Ray is. But I was disappointed. I really, really, really wanted to see Rey Mysterio versus Jushin Thunder Liger on this card.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was a fine replacement. We just found out about the replacement. We didn't even have time to record a show to like let people know like, hey, this is what got it. I'm sure most of our listeners probably knew, but still. Like, this all happened in a span of a week. Like, this came from out of nowhere.
I mean, this whole Strong Style Evolved card came out, literally last minute. Like,
I liked that Liger got a lot of offense in, though. Like, he was hitting shotes.
What about the Brainbusters?
He hit him. Oh, yeah, his Brainbusters were awesome.
Dude, he hit a Brainbuster, one in the ring. He hit one on the ring, and on the concrete, which led to an 18-second...
One of the only guys that does the Brainbuster better than him is, like... Aries, but other than that, I've always thought Liger has one of the best brainbusters in the business, and maybe arguably the best one still to this day. It's crazy. He hit a super brainbuster from the top row.
Yes, oh my gosh.
And if he would have covered quicker, that would have been it.
Yeah.
Liger basically looked for the Shote. Ospreay countered it into a hook kick. We got a running Shote after that, and then Liger fired up. Ospreay countered the Shote into a powerbomb, and then Ospreay laid in kicks, hit the Oz Cutter, and put him away 1, 2, 3, super clean.
Right. Then we got a post-match angle. Ospreay cut that
promo. And how about Ospreay's promo?
Yeah.
That was like the best Ospreay promo I've ever heard.
He was fired up.
Dude, I think he did a better job live in the ring at cutting a live promo than he does those not scripted, but like the press conferences. He always seems very like awkward and kind of out of place and like not sure quite what to say. But in this case, he was like fired up, and he cut a really emotional promo. He challenged Rey Mysterio to he didn't say it was a title match, but he held the belt out,
right?
And it seemed like he was challenging him for a title shot, and I was like, heck yeah, like let's run it, like. And let's give Rey Mysterio this belated IWGP title run. Like, I'm ready.
Yep. And then we had the villain, Marty Scurll, came out.
Blasted Ospreay with
the umbrella.
Yeah, Ray tries to come in, make the save.
But then Scurll pulled Mysterio's mask off.
Yeah, and then that was pretty crazy. And then Liger and them kind of like run Marty off. Marty gives everybody the finger. He runs out. And they recover Ray's mask. And I kind of I was a little bit confused at the end of this, I'm not going to lie, because I was like, okay, before the match they teased, Ray versus Liger. Then the match is over, then they tease Ray versus Ospreay. And then Marty comes in and then like beats up everybody and humiliates Ray. It's like, to me, maybe I'm wrong, it seems like they're trying to set up for a 4-way.
I don't know. I don't think they're setting up for a 4-way. I think they're setting up multiple one-on-one matches.
I don't see Rey Mysterio having multiple one-on-one matches in New Japan anytime soon.
Hey,
he's going to WWE.
Well, he says he wants to wrestle a New Japan.
Yeah,
reign.
like a one-off. Like he's like just like Chris Jericho. He wants that Jericho money, and he's out of there.
Yeah, and,
I don't see him wrestling multiple matches.
And was it before this match or after this match they made the announcement about July 7th?
They hadn't made it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's still coming up. We'll get to that. That's the match after this one, actually.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So I mean, essentially, that's what I think. I think. Well, we're definitely getting the Marty Scurll versus Ospreay match.
Yeah.
That's definitely a given. Like that's going to be the next title shot. It seems like, which is me. Because I'm ready for the villain to get his belt back.
Whoop, whoop.
Somebody like I like Ospreay as a performer, but I'm not an actual fan of his character.
Yeah.
So I get the title off him. Let's get out of here.
Well, Marty's getting ready to win that Ring of Honor World Title.
Yeah. Well, he was already double champion last year when he was the
TV and Junior.
Well, he was and he was the What Culture champion too.
Yeah.
So good. That's what's going on with the juniors. Good match. And then that led us to our tag team special, Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii versus Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes, so Chaos versus Suzuki Gun here. This is one thing that was teased in the New Japan Cup tour was Okada versus Suzuki, champion versus champion. Mm-hmm. So this match continued that, and then plus
and they
also
may still do that at some point.
Yeah, also Sabre, obviously he's getting the title shot next week at Sakura Genesis, so they wanted to get those guys in the ring together.
And he's going to be defending the Rev Pro title
against Ishii WrestleMania weekend at Rev Pro.
In the main event, we will be there.
Yep.
Yeah. So several different matches interweaving, and then you just got Ishii and Suzuki, and they're just madmen. So really awesome. And let's talk about this match. Take us through it.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of crazy strike exchanges with Ishii and Suzuki. We started to see how Sabre and Okada interact, and Sabre was, starting to work.
Sabre was working Okada, bro.
Yeah, working in those holes.
He was working Okada like he worked everybody that there's been so far.
It seemed like Sabre had a lot of counters for a lot of Okada's signature moves. Mm-hmm. So he kind of already has Okada figured out.
He's studying, brother. He's studying the tape.
Yep. He's watching his New Japan World.
I really liked his counter for the Rainmaker. It was into like an octopus hold.
Yeah.
I thought this match was really great. This was the second best match of the card.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. The one thing I kind of wish would have happened. So Sabre, he tapped out Ishii. I kind of wish he would have tapped out Okada.
Yeah, I mean that would have been. We actually kind of thought maybe that would happen, but I think if he taps out Okada, it's not that this is WWE, but it's like if he taps out Okada, I would almost not believe that he would beat him. But the way it stands, I still think not that I think he's gonna beat Okada, but
right.
There's more like question to it. But it's like if he gets the win, that 50-50 booking mentality comes in, and like it's like, all right, well, Okada's definitely gonna win now. But this match was really, really, really good. Zack was able to figure out the counters for the Cobra Clutch every single time that Okada tried to lock it on. So that was something where, like, you know, Zack pretty much had Okada's number in this whole match. Okada really didn't do much. It was, bro, Ishii did everything.
It was Ishii, because, I mean, Sabre was just tying that man up.
Suzuki was beating the crap out of him.
Dude,
they were killing each other. I was actually, the thing I was hoping for, you were hoping that Zack Sabre Jr. would win?
Yeah.
I was hoping that...
I was hoping he'd tap out Okada.
I was hoping that Ishii would just piss off, like, Suzuki enough to, like, warrant a title shot, because I'm like, push Ishii. Push him. Dude, please.
I would kill to see Ishii.
That match would
Suzuki,
be freaking awesome.
IC title match.
I think they had a match back in like 2013, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, then they need to run it again.
Yeah, it was a good match too. But yeah, Zack cut off Ishii, locked on the armbar, and then Suzuki was choking out Okada, and he got that orienting with Napalm Death, which apparently is like his finisher in New Japan now.
I guess so, yeah.
So he has other moves, but that's his new deal. So yeah, that this was something to set up, you know, future matches, and the Ishii and Suzuki stuff was just, that's what really brought this match to the next level, though. The hard hitting violence between those two guys.
Yeah, dude, I need to book that match, please, somebody.
Bro, all four of these guys have been on fire this year.
Yeah,
like all year. Like these are like four of the best guys in the company right now. So yeah, really, really, really good. Oh, and then Zack ended up putting the octopus hold on Okada at the end of the match and posing, and then Suzuki attacked the ref, and then then they kind of left. So that's leading us into Sakura Genesis, and then as soon as this was over, we got the big announcement.
Right. So New Japan, as we speculated from the rumors, will be coming back to the United States July 7th at the Cow Palace.
The G1 special
in the USA is back.
The G1 special in the USA returns to the Cow Palace. Mind you, a 14,000 seat capacity arena in San Francisco, one of the most legendary wrestling venues in history.
This is going to be the test.
It's not going to be a test, bro. They're selling out. They're gonna break that record before All In does.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if Young Bucks and Cody will even be on that show.
I don't know. They'll be fine though. They're gonna make so much money at All In. Like
they'll be fine.
They'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, dude, we didn't know like how serious they already made the announcement. So it's like now I'm like, dang, do I need to get some time off in July?
Yeah. And I think the thing here, that announcement kind of makes you realize why this card probably wasn't as strong as it could have been.
Yeah.
Because they knew they were coming back for the G1 special.
The thing is, they sold the card out. We've talked about it before, too. Like, they sold out.
They could have done whatever they wanted to.
Yeah, and it's not like they gave us a bad show. It's like, dude, people that are like, okay, so we were with Rich, and like he was like, yo, they need to come harder than this. If you're gonna come to, you know, America, you got to come correct. It's like, dude, you want them to book you want them to book like freaking Wrestle Kingdom in North America?
Right.
This is not Wrestle Kingdom. This is, you know, Strong Style Evolved. It's a New Japan show. This is the authentic New Japan product as it is. It's like, and I remember watching it and like I was like, well, this is better than anything I watch on WWE. And Rich was like, no, this wasn't better than Royal Rumble. And I was like, yeah, Royal Rumble's like
that's a pay-per-view.
It's like the best pay-per-view they've had in like 2 or 3 years. Like seriously,
yeah,
like one of them. Like they've been pretty bad.
Like, this was better than Raw.
Yeah, apples to apples. It's like just across the board as a show. Even if you're like, oh well, WWE has three-star shows, you know, 3-star matches on their shows, and this one did too. It's like, yeah, but I'd much rather watch these three-star matches in conjunction as an overall show. This is just a better show. I didn't have to sit through like 8 hours of anyone talking. I didn't have to see anyone get stretchered out.
And you didn't have to see like 10,000 camera cuts.
Yeah, I mean, like this was a great wrestling show, and I mean, it was a really easy watch. Nothing was like went too long or was terrible. And then that tag match was awesome, and then that led us into you know, the United States Heavyweight Championship match between Jay White and Hangman Page, which was a big test for both guys.
Yeah, the semi-main event here.
How about that?
The press conference. Yeah, they had a press conference the day before at the New Japan dojo. Both men had fire promos. If you haven't seen it, go find it on YouTube. Both men cut really good promos on each other.
Yeah, their promos were really, really, really good. So this match, while it was very good, it was not great. That's my feeling anyway.
Right. Personally, I think I was at like 3.75. I think 3.5, 3.75.
Yeah, like 3.5.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was still really good. I mean, for everyone that criticizes Jay White, and say, oh, he's lowering the standard in New Japan and everything like that. It's like, well, okay, I see what you're saying, and maybe there is something to that, and I'm not going to sit here and claim he is Kenny Omega just yet. But at the same time, he's the most compelling character in New Japan right now, or at least one of them. He's one of the most interesting things that's happening in New Japan.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm not like, yeah, like star quality matters, match quality matters, but it's not like this guy is a terrible wrestler either. He's a great wrestler. Really great wrestler.
Yeah, he really is, yeah.
And I like his matches.
I like his match. I like him as a wrestler. I mean, personally, I think he would work better as a babyface.
Yeah, I agree.
It's this Switchblade heel character is kind of a weird thing, but
it reminds me of Seth Rollins working heel.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, I didn't think Seth Rollins was great working heel. He's much better babyface.
Right. I mean, especially on the Rollins situation, we've seen his spectacular offense. Like, why would you stop him from doing?
Yeah, but his character work's been excellent. And then, this is the first time that we've really, I think when I was thinking back, I don't think we've really seen a singles match from Hangman Page in New Japan since the G1 special last year. So
yeah.
He does wrestle singles like in Ring of Honor, but he's a preliminary guy. This is probably the biggest match of his career up to this point. And it was a good match. I felt like there was timing issues. I felt like maybe there was inexperience as far as reading the moment, knowing how to put the match together properly to get the best reactions. Yeah. Plus, they had to follow that excellent 4-star match. But the crowd, they never lost the crowd. The crowd was into it. How about Jay White with those Saito suplexes?
Dude, I love Jay White Saito suplexes. He hits those things so quickly and snaps. I mean, they look devastating.
And, I mean, Hangman, even though he's inexperienced, he's athletic as heck. He's,
The shooting star shoulder press off the apron is always a cool spot to see.
He's doing roaring elbows, coming and doing burning clotheslines.
Yeah, the flip over lariat gimmick he does.
He's doing all kinds of awesome. He does a standing shooting press. Like, the guy's freaking awesome. Really, really good match. And it was another situation where Hangman Page, it looked like he was rolling, looked like he was getting his bearings, and he slipped. Hangman countered into the rite of passage. White countered the rite of passage into the Blade Runner, and then got the 1-2-3, and it was over just like that. And they're really getting that move over as like, I think, who did kick out of that? Was it Kenny?
No, didn't
Kenny kick out of it once? Someone kicked out of it.
I feel like I don't think Kenny.
Okay, maybe not.
Maybe I could be wrong. I don't remember Kenny kicking out of it.
But I mean, almost everyone that's got hit with it, it's like, that's it, 1-2-3, it's over. Yeah. So that's an awesome finisher. And that was it. Yeah, I thought the match went a little too long too.
Yeah, I feel like they were trying too hard with too much.
Well, both guys are inexperienced. They play better. Like they're both like not young boys, but I mean like they
still younger guys. I mean Jay White.
They kind of need a guy to like lead them through a great match like this. You know?
Jay White's just coming back off excursion. I mean, Hangman's still kind of at that level.
Yeah, I don't know if they were ready for this spot. The other thing too is like, Jay is a heel and then Hangman's a heel.
Yeah, you had
so it was kind of
heel
a weird
versus
dynamic.
heel. Like, who were we supposed to cheer for in this match? Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, Jay White got the win, and then we got an angle right after this.
Right. So post match, David Finlay comes out and spares Jay White.
Yep.
And says he is going to be challenging for the United States Championship on April 22nd.
I claim copyright infringement because he said, Jay, I'm not done with you yet.
I'm not finished with you yet.
Yeah, he said, I'm not finished with you yet.
You're going to get these hands, Jay.
But he basically said that they're going to fight forever. He said,
right.
like he's not done with him yet. They're going to fight forever. And he challenged him to April 24th, which, what show is that even?
I think it's like wrestling.
I'll look it up.
I don't know how you pronounce it.
It's in Cork and Hall, so it's not a big show.
Yeah.
But hey, I guess now we know why, Dave Finlay's been getting these pinfall victories over guys like just out of nowhere recently, right?
Right. I mean, but the crazy thing is, David Finlay's 0 for 12 against Jay White.
No, I think he beat him once.
Maybe.
I think he beat him in like their first match when they were young lions.
Yeah. So like, okay, 1 for 11. Like, I'm sure they'll have a good match, but just makes you think that
the match in Cork and Hall is on the that's Road to Wrestling Dontaku.
Gotcha.
Why are they wrestling on Road to Wrestling Dontaku? I guess it's going to be it's in Cork, and so it'll probably be on New Japan World.
It is on New Japan World.
Yeah, so I guess they're wrestling on another Road 2 show, which they already wrestled on a Road 2 show this year. That's fine. I liked their first match a lot. I think I've said that a few times in the show, so it's on record. Anyways, so yeah, so Jay gets the win. Dave Finlay comes out and challenges him, and then that led us to the main event.
Yes, the big tag team main event.
So we didn't really talk a lot about this leading up to this. Like, we've talked about how this event kind of snuck up on us. I do want to say a couple things. So there was did you watch the Young Bucks versus Golden Lovers documentary?
I did not. I saw like the minute clip they put out. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing.
It was awesome. Like, you need definitely check that out. But this week, dude, Strong Style evolved. No coverage. Like, it seemed like for like a month or whatever, just tidbits here and there. And then they come to America and boom.
Boom, yeah.
Dude, Dave Meltzer was doing interviews. I listened to the interview with him and Okada. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really
I need to check that out also.
Really good. Cage Side Seats was doing like profiles on all the guys.
Yeah, that group Wandex was out there as well.
Yeah, New York Times did a profile on Access TV, and Mark Cuban and New Japan Pro Wrestling, Sports Illustrated, Busted Open Radio, and different like publications were doing interviews with like the Golden Lovers and the Young Bucks. And like I got a lot of insight into like it's just like out of nowhere within a 2-day span. There's just tons of media
they
coverage.
blew up. Yeah,
they had the press conference the day before, the post show conference. How about Okada said he wants to wrestle The Rock?
Right. They asked him like who would he want to come in? Yeah, challenge The Rock.
So I mean that was just like, if you guys haven't like been paying attention.
And also there was Shibata saying he's not retired.
Oh yeah, I was going to get to that in the news, but yeah, that's a great point. He said that during the press conference. So I want to talk more about that after this for sure.
Okay.
But I mean, what were your thoughts about the Bucks and the Lovers? Because I mean, we hadn't really even discussed this too much.
I thought this match was freaking awesome.
No, I mean like going into it. What were your like expectations?
I was expecting a very high quality match in the 4.5 to 5 star range. I was expecting these guys to go out there and blow the roof off the building, and that's exactly what they did. Even with some
botches,
some mistiming moves, it was still a phenomenal match. Those guys killed each other. I mean, so many great, crazy spots. I love the pacing of the match.
I liked the story.
Yes, great story.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I think it was a phenomenally built match, and the way that like the spots were built, it all made sense. It was great psychology, but the story, man, bro. I will tell you this. I was getting emotional about this match.
You were, dude. You were like, I don't like this. These guys are friends. What are they doing?
I was like, I hope when it's over that Kenny and Matt make up.
Yeah.
Because I just like, dude, I'm invested in these characters. I watch Being the Elite. I know it's kind of goofy and all that, but like at the end of the day, I like the Elite as a squad.
Yeah.
And I don't like the idea of them breaking up like this, or at least having heat. I kind of thought like it'd be a one-off match and then that'd be it. But dude, they put some moments in there that like I was like, the moment when specifically like the moment when Kenny had Matt Jackson on his shoulders and he like
For the One Wing Angel.
Yeah, and he starts hesitating and Matt's just like, just freaking do it. I was like, oh my god. It was like it's not quite at the same level, but that's like their I'm sorry I love you moment.
Right. And then I mean the V trigger, I mean there was a point where Omega was afraid to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And Ibushi had to make him.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of like when you're like dating a chick and she like wants you to do something and you're like, I don't want to do it, and then she's like, just do it, and you're like, fine. And then later you're like, you make me a better man.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Anyways, but this match was incredible, bro. Like I thought all the things that you want in a great wrestling match, this match had. An incredible atmosphere, great crowd, great build, well wrestled,
Great spots,
awesome spots, exciting,
hard hitting,
near finishes galore on both sides. You didn't know what was going to happen. There was a lot of times where I was like, oh, the Bucks are going to pull this thing out. But I think deep down, like we all knew Matt was going to take the fall here.
Right. Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what ended up happening. Like there was a point where, so Kenny hits Matt Winged Angel, and you think that's the end. Nick jumps in and makes a save.
With the last second.
Bro, that had me jumping out of my seat. I was like, okay, this match just went up a whole new level. Like, another great moment. Yeah. And then he was like, what have you done? What have you done? He's like, what has this gotten you? He starts doing his freaking Nick, like, awesome athletic spot where he's just going off on everybody. But eventually they get rid of him, and then it's, what do they call it? The golden trigger?
Yep, golden trigger, the combo V trigger Kamagoye.
And that was it. 1, 2, 3. And then Kenny was just like so emotional. He was crying. The Bucks were crying. I was like, man, this is an emotional match for these guys.
Yeah, it is.
And he was like, covering him, and he was like saying, I'm sorry, and like all this stuff. And I was just like, this is storytelling. Like you can have storytelling. I think we were talking about this last night, right? Rich had a great point about it. Like you can have a great story with the like story being in the ring.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what they did. They told an incredible story in the ring. So like I was blown away. This was. Where were you on this? Were you full 5 snowflakes?
Yeah, I'm throwing 5 snowflakes out.
I'm pretty close to there. I think I'm there. I'll have to like.
Dude, I mean, how long was this match? This match was what?
They gave him a full hour instead of the standard 30-minute time limit. Yeah. They went over the 30 minutes.
Yeah, 39 minutes 23 seconds.
It didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like it at all to me.
Yeah.
I felt like a 15-20 minute match.
Dude, it was so good.
Very, 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 very good.
So good.
So that was like just, it was the icing on the cake for a, for an American New Japan show. Like, we got a dream match that no one thought would ever happen with it just being, it was incredible. And as to me, that's the best Young Bucks match I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, blow away. Amazing.
And so what happened after the match was over?
So yeah, after the match, Cody comes out first, right? Well, Kenny and Cody are like walking to the back, and then Cody comes out.
No, so it was Kenny first. Kenny tried to apologize and make up with them.
Yeah,
that was like the first part.
Gotcha. I thought Cody
came in after.
Gotcha. Okay. Kenny comes back. Tries to apologize.
He like reconciles with Nick. Nick was crying. He was crying. They hugged, and then he tried to reconcile with Matt. Matt was not. He wasn't with the smoke.
Yeah,
he wasn't with the smoke.
Matt was like, nah.
He's like, let's get out of here. So Kenny just feels despondent, and he starts to leave with Kota Ibushi, and then Cody comes in, and Cody is freaking fuming, and he's got like the nicest suit on ever that he's ever worn, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, why is that man so fitted right now? Like, you already wrestled tonight. Like, what are you doing? But anyways, he came in and he started going off on Matt, freaking out on him. And then Nick tried to grab him.
And he pushed down Nick Jackson. Pushed
him down just like Kenny did. Yeah. So it was like literally like the same scene that happened back at, what was that? That was New Beginning?
Yeah.
In Sapporo? Or Osaka? I don't remember. I think it was Sapporo. I think Osaka was the big show.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah. And then Kenny comes in and tries to like break things up basically. And then that was pretty much it.
Yeah. And then they cut a promo, right?
Yep. He cut a promo afterwards. Very unlike the standard Kenny Omega promo. He was talking very like just normal. Mm-hmm. And he sent everybody home with a good night, goodbye, or whatever.
Yeah, good.
The thing we say at the end of our show every time that I never get right. Goodbye and good night. Good night.
Yep.
Goodbye. Good. What does he say?
He says, "I must bid you adieu. Goodbye and good night."
That's right. And then bang,
bang,
freaking A, whatever. And that was it. That was Sakura. That was Strong Style Evolved. Excellent show. I mean, the top 3 matches were just like really, really, really good. Everything was like above, like around 3 to like 3 1/4. There's nothing that was bad at all on this show.
Right. So next we have coming up on Friday, March 30th, there's the Road to Sakura Genesis. And then Sunday, April 1st, the actual Sakura Genesis show. As of this recording, there's only 2 matches officially announced. Okada defending the world title against Zack Sabre Jr. and a 3-way heavyweight tag title match, 3K, Suzuki-gun, and LIJ.
So, I mean, at this point, when we record next week, we'll have already seen Sakura Genesis.
Yeah, next week we will have a Sakura Genesis review.
So, I mean, there's not much of a like preview to do here. I mean, we've already seen the 3-way tag between LIJ, Chaos, and Roppongi 3K, LIJ, and Suzuki-gun Juniors. Yeah. I expect that to be good. I'm kind of pissed that we're still getting triple threats in the junior division, but It is what it is. What are your thoughts on the main event, man? I think this is what people really want to know about.
I think it's gonna be a great main event. It's great that he has a new challenge, like this monster heel. Like, can Okada survive? It's the story of this match. I mean, Sabre has destroyed guys, and I mean Tana and Naito. Like, so now Okada, like, can Okada overcome the submission machine?
He's wrestled submission guys in the past, like Suzuki, but this is a totally different
ball game.
It's a different style of wrestling that he's never really encountered in his New Japan run. Like, the only other British guy he's like really wrestled, from what I understand, is like pretty much Ospreay, and that's a high flying style,
right?
So maybe Marty Scurll in like multiple man matches, but this is a different. Zack Sabre Jr. is a whole different deal altogether. So, with that being said, I think that this match will be great. I think this is going to outdo all the Zack Sabre matches that he had, because you're going to get the selling that you get from Okada.
Yep.
You're going to get the believability that this man can finish the match at any moment. In fact, what I like about Zack Sabre Jr. is he brings to the table what Strong Style is all about. Like, yes, Strong Style does have the karate element. You know, that was part of the philosophy of what Inoki was all about. And you used to see that with like Hashimoto. He was a guy that could just F dudes up. Like, a match could end in like 3 minutes if Hashimoto just hit someone the right way, and like that'd be it. And that was believable, because like that's what Strong Style was supposed to be emulating, like a real fight. But New Japan has gotten, and I don't criticize it for this, but what we call Strong Style is not really what Strong Style was under Inoki and what his like philosophy was. And this was a company that was based on the idea and like philosophy of submission wrestling, and they've gotten away from it. And this dude is a British master of submission wrestling, and he's come to this, company that is supposed to be like based on submissions, and he's better at it than everybody in the whole company.
He is.
And so he's like bringing an old element from like the old catch as catch can style of like folk wrestling, bringing that over from Europe and kind of reintroducing that to the, you know, to like the shoot style, like, you know, that Japan has.
Yeah.
Like catch wrestling. So it's I think it's very exciting. I think that we're gonna see a Rainmaker.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see like what Okada does to overcome this guy, because it's a new test. And if Okada really is the ace and he's the guy that's supposed to carry this company and like represent it, he's gonna have to fight a smarter wrestling match and come up with a totally different game plan than anybody else.
He's got to find a way to make Okada wrestle his match.
You mean Zack Sabre Jr.?
Yeah, Okada has to find a way to make Sabre wrestle Okada's match.
Hey, well, everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the face. I'm serious. I think he's going to have to take the freaking fight to him.
Right.
And he's going to have to beat him up. He's going to have to beat Zack Sabre Jr. up if he wants to win this fight.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take. And I'm excited for it. I think a lot of people are... I think fans aren't sleeping on it, but I think a lot of people who don't like Zack Sabre Jr. How about Zack Sabre Jr. got like the most like boos and cheers of anybody on the card?
Yeah, he did. I mean, he was over huge as a heel.
You were hearing the F Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah.
And it's crazy that Meltzer was saying at PWG that Sabre was over huge as a babyface.
He was. Yeah.
So,
but he wrestled more like the escape style.
Right.
I mean, dude, Zack Sabre Jr. can be an incredible babyface. Look at the guy. You think that guy can't draw sympathy?
Of course he can.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. He's tiny. So, I mean, yeah.
Puny.
Yeah. So, a couple other just last notes. So, Rhodes and Omega, you heard about the idea to be some possible injuries there. Maybe that's affecting Supercard of Honor.
Yeah, I've heard Omega say he thinks that he has an orbital bone injury. But, I mean, I think it seems like just being able to do that post-match press conference that he's... his injury is not as serious as he thinks it is.
Yeah, there was a moment in the main event where he did a moonsault, and he was doing it while I can't remember
what they were doing. The
is that dual move that they do?
The you can escape, and then
Kota Ibushi like rolls.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi went to roll under, but Omega like moonsaulted at the same time.
They had bad space. Matt was too far away, and it was actually Kenny's fault because Kenny placed Matt too far away, and then created too much space, like too much distance, and they all had to try to clear it, and it botched everybody. So he ended up hitting his head on Kota Ibushi's head, and almost broke his orbital bone. That looked bad. And then there was some speculation. So we'll get more to the reason, like the storyline reason of why Cody Rhodes was wearing a belt, but this man came out here wearing a muscle belt like he was Hulk Hogan circa 1998.
Yeah, Hollywood Cody Rhodes.
But in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer was speculating that he may be dealing with the undisclosed back injury, and that might have been the real reason he was wearing the belt that night.
Right.
And they might just be introducing it maybe for merchandising purposes, but we're kind of keeping our eyes on that. So far, we haven't heard anything that indicates that Supercard of Honor is in jeopardy, but that would be a shame.
Yeah, that would.
And let's talk about Katsuyori Shibata, man.
Yeah, so Shibata says that he's not retired.
Yeah, he said that not only is he not retired, but he plans to compete again once he's finished rehabbing. I mean, we just saw another wrestler that we thought was done forever come back this past week.
That's right. I mean, Daniel Bryan, everybody's gonna be hitting him up about the hyperbaric chamber treatments and all that he's done.
I don't know if that will be helpful in Shibata's situation. I don't know the science behind all of it, but I mean, it's great. Hey, if he wrestles again, I hope he does. I hope he's safe about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he should. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, it's the whole thing. If Shibata gets doctors that clear him, they're clearing him to wrestle, to get thrown around on a mat. Just like Daniel Bryan, those doctors cleared him to take bumps.
I mean, for me at this point, I don't know if realistically Shibata ever will wrestle again, but I think the fact that he has a goal that he's pressing towards that is motivating him to keep going. I think that's an awesome thing.
Yes.
If we could see Shibata return to full form and like actual wrestle for real, I will freaking mark out like you don't even know. Like, but I mean, this dude's saying he's gonna wrestle, and I think if Katsuyori Shibata says he's gonna wrestle, we're gonna see him wrestle. I don't know if it'll be like full time or anything like that, but I mean, I think we will at some point see him back in the ring.
Yeah, definitely.
And I did not think that, like, dude, like a year ago, we thought this guy was gonna die.
Yeah, like
his situation was super dire.
It was rough. Yeah.
So I mean, that's great news. Other news that we got going on. So right off of the announcement of the G1 special that's going to be coming to the Cow Palace. Earlier today, New Japan made an official announcement that they're bringing Strong Style Evolved to the UK.
Bam, overseas.
On June 30th, they will be in Milton Keynes, and then on July 1st, they're going to be in Manchester. So it's a 2-night show. We already know that they're doing the, what's it called?
The Ring of Honor tour.
The Ring of Honor tour.
What is it? The
United. Honor United?
I think so.
Yeah, Honor United tour. That's going to be in May. So then they're following it up the next month, returning with New Japan. And from the press release, it says that they're going to be partnering with RevPro, but these will be New Japan shows in the United Kingdom. So I'm very confident that those tickets are going to go quickly.
Yeah. Hopefully those shows end up on New Japan World.
So yeah, we had an excellent week of wrestling. We got a new title challenger. We got a 5-star match, forwarded storylines. Like, New Japan is freaking on fire. Rich Latta had the audacity to say that this company's in the middle of a turn. Okay. But with that being said, you want to get to some news?
Yeah, let's go to the news.
So we got some matches that are announced that are coming up. So WrestleMania weekend, we keep talking about this. This is literally, 2 weeks away now?
Yeah.
So me and Jeremy, we're going to be there. We will be on all the different shows that the New Japan talent is going to be on.
If there's a New Japan guy there, we will be there.
Except for the Evolve shows.
Yeah.
We're missing those. And some of the UK guys are going to be on those shows. But even still, there's some new announced matches. So for Rev Pro, we got 2 new match announcements. We've been wondering about if Tanahashi was going to compete. We know now that he for sure is a lock to compete. He will be teaming with Juice Robinson, and they'll be taking on the team of Aussie Open.
Interesting. I've never seen Aussie Open, but I've
never heard of him.
I've seen the Ace and I've seen Juice. I'm excited for that combination.
I've never seen Juice or Tanahashi in real life.
Same here.
So I'll be excited about that. But yeah, Aussie Open, apparently they're, as the name indicates, they're from Australia. They're supposed to be like one of the hottest new tag teams. So I've heard good things. And then Jeremy, why don't you run down the next match, Rev Pro weekend?
Next match, we have Suzuki taking on Jeff Cobb.
Holy freaking crap.
Dude, this match is going to be insane. Suzuki is going to kill this man.
Bro, Jeff Cobb has to wrestle Ishii the night before, and then the next day he's got to wrestle Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, that's a rough weekend for Mr. Matanza there.
I'm sure he's got other matches. Like, he's going to have a crazy week. So we get to see both those matches. I am very, 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 very excited about Suzuki and Jeff Cobb. Like, you have no idea. And then we got the final match announced for Supercard of Honor. We were kind of wondering if what Tanahashi was going to be doing.
Right.
We were wondering what Jay Lethal was going to be doing. And I think we were kind of hoping that we'd get a match between those guys.
I think it's funny. Yeah, we were speculating Tanahashi versus Jay Lethal, and they ended up teaming together. And they're going to be challenging them boys, the Briscoes, for the Ring of Honor World Tag Titles. And
yeah, that should be a great match. So we got some new WrestleMania weekend matches announced. How about this? Over the Top is just announced, and I believe Over the Top is from like Dublin. I think they're from Ireland.
I think
OTT.
So. Yeah.
I forget, but they're definitely a European company, and they announced their card for Scrapper Mania on May 12th, and they've got 3 matches that I think our fans and listeners are going to find very interesting. So they got Matt Riddle versus Will Ospreay.
That'll be interesting.
Which is a match we are seeing WrestleMania weekend at the WWN Super Show.
Yep.
So that will be this is going to be a month later, so it's going to be a rematch. And then they've got
Suzuki against Keith Lee.
Holy crap. I think that's the first time those guys ever wrestled.
Yeah.
So Minoru Suzuki versus Keith Lee, like that could be excellent.
That could be epic.
And then Ishii versus Jeff Cobb, again, the return match. So they've got 2 WrestleMania weekend rematches here just a month later. And then Suzuki versus Lee. I mean, that sounds like an incredible card, Scrappermania. I don't know too much about OTT. I know a few of the guys have competed there and stuff, but I think we should keep our eyes out for this card.
Definitely. And then we got the next Lionsgate project show coming up April 10th on New Japan World. There will be 2 new Young Lions debuting.
Yes. You know I love the Young Lions,
yeah,
bro.
Of course. That's the gimmick.
The Young Boys, baby. So we got 2 new Young Lions. I didn't do the research on them. I mean, I did read about them, but I mean,
right.
like, we don't
have their names memorized just yet.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a month till that comes up, but just the fact that we got a couple new Young Lions, I think you've been seeing them. They're both bald right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are young trainees that just got shaved because they're getting ready for their debut. So, they got humbled. So that's pretty cool. Let's talk about being the elite.
The elite. Yeah, so...
we just watched a new episode.
Yeah, so last week's episode was 97, Manipulation, where the main thing of that episode was Kenny Omega sent a video apologizing to the Young Bucks. However, Cody had Nick's laptop because it got left behind in Vegas. So Cody ended up seeing the video first. He edited the video.
Yeah, and he sent it back to...
Yeah, he manipulated the video, sent it back to return the laptop back to Nick. Nick opens up the laptop, sees that video, plays it.
Footage.
Yeah, the doctored footage with...
My favorite part, and something I like... sometimes I just sit back and I just laugh about this because Cody, like, doctored it in a way, quote unquote, to where basically Kenny goes, guys, I just want you to know the Golden Lovers are the best tag team in the world. And the Young Bucks...
2 little bitches.
It's like 2 little bitches. Oh my god. And then he said it again, like he doctored it so that he said the same thing a second time.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I was popping for that so hard.
And then Nick was like, something seems off, like somebody messed with the footage. And Matt's like, no, that's how he feels. That's how he feels.
That's how he feels. He's like, I'm glad
we
it's
finally know the truth.
So then, obviously, like we just saw the match this past weekend, so that was kind of building up to the match. And then
episode 98
just came out.
Strong Style Evolved. Showed the backstory on the weight belts. Cody made them all.
Oh yeah, and he kept saying no one's ever done it before.
Yeah,
first time in wrestling.
And then Nick didn't seem to care about the weight belt, but Matt loved it. And so the main
you're starting to see the rift between Nick and Matt.
Yeah,
with the manipulation that Cody has kind of brought into the fold.
Mm-hmm.
Because we saw one episode where he went up to Nick and he told Nick, "Hey, you're the Sean, you're the Robert." You're the one who needs to think about going singles. You're carrying this guy. He's dead weight. And then he went to Matt the next week. He told him, like, hey, you're bigger. You're wiser. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about singles? And both guys, like, he hasn't told. It's like that old NWO storyline. Like, you're the real.
Yeah, you're the real leader.
You're the real leader of the NWO. So you're starting to see that. And these guys are, I don't know if they're. That's one of the only things I don't like about the storyline with Cody is like, bro, these guys edit. I don't know, bro. They edit this show.
Right. They obviously watch the show. Like, you guys know what's happening.
They should know what the freak is going on. Like, you know what I mean? And then the other thing, too, is like, who in this scenario would side with Cody? Who in this scenario? Like, bro, no, none of those guys should be siding with Cody at all. Like, but it breaks my suspense a little
maybe
bit.
Hangman.
Not even Hangman. Why would he?
I don't know.
He wouldn't. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's fine. Like,
It's fine.
That's a story. That's a story they want to tell. It's fine. But like Cody's almost like a caricature at this point. Like no one would actually like follow that dude.
All right.
So I don't know. But yeah. So episode 98, like what happened like after the attack, basically. Because they showed the match between the Young Bucks and the Golden Lovers.
Right. So pretty much Cody came back up trying to apologize, and Nick was just kind of like, dude, what are you doing here? And so it seems like Nick is kind of onto, he said, we can't trust this guy. So Nick is onto the fact that can't trust Cody, but Matt is not. Matt seems to be more about Cody.
Yeah, he kind of like forgave him.
Yeah.
Even though like he attacked. So that's the funny thing, like was, Matt feels some kind of way about the whole Kenny thing because Kenny's the one that pushed him.
Right.
Now Nick got pushed by Cody.
So
he's feeling some kind of way. So that's kind of what this is all like about. Plus like Cody's been like sowing discord. I just still don't know what his motivation is.
I mean, it kind of feels like he wants to destroy the Bullet Club.
That is what it feels like.
Like, why else would you try to break up the best tag team in the world?
Tell everybody your theory about All In.
So, actually, I can't take credit for this. This was Rich Latta's idea, that potentially we could see Nick versus Matt at All In.
You think that main events or like semi-main events? Probably semi?
I guess depending on who else they have on the card, maybe semi-main.
You think Kenny Cody like run it back? Rematch?
They could.
Yeah. But I think, bro, that idea right there, Nick versus Matt, I get sad thinking about that. Like really, really sad. I'm like, no, I don't want them to wrestle.
Yeah. And then you brought up another idea of Nick and Kenny, Cody, and Matt.
I guess if we see that with the way that the story is going.
Yeah.
And that might be like the precursor to a match between Nick and Matt if it ends up going that way. But it seems like such a waste. We just finally got these guys up to the heavyweight division.
Right.
Like we just got them here and like they're going to break up now. Like I don't ever want the Young Bucks to break up.
I don't think they will officially break up. Even if they do end up having a one-on-one match at All In, I'm sure they'll make up and go back on to the tag division.
Oh, man. So we'll wait and see what happens there, but that's kind of the story there. Basically, Nick is catching on to what's going on with Cody, and Matt is kind of caught under a spell. And that was, the last two episodes, the latest episodes of Being the Elite. We got a bunch of other international news, just things to kind of run over real quick so we, to wrap up the show. So Jushin Thunder Liger, we just saw him have that excellent match with Will Ospreay, but he was actually in the States for a while. We were wondering what his tour schedule was going to be. We know now because it already happened. But given the rundown, he had a North American tour. On March 11th, Jushin Thunder Liger teamed with Rocky Romero. They wrestled the tag team of the Whirlwind Gentlemen, Jack Manley and Remy Marcel, at FSW Mecca 2 event in Las Vegas, Nevada. They ended up winning that match. Then later in the week, he ended on March 16th. Jushin Thunder Liger teamed up with ACH, otherwise known as Tiger Mask Dark.
Yep. Go ACH.
Defeating the team of wrestling, which was David Starr and Trevor Lee. David Starr and Trevor Lee are just, those guys are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So this was actually probably the biggest of the excursion matches that Liger had on this tour. This was at AAW Epic 2018, their 14th anniversary show in Marionette Park, Illinois. I've actually heard very good things about this tag team match, so I do want to check that out if I get a chance. And then on March 18th, Atlantis, Durango Kid, Jushin Thunder Liger, and Labyrinto defeated Blood Eagle, Dr. Maldad, Akamora, and Ray Bucanero.
Lucha Show.
Yep, Lucha Show in Pico Rivera, California for LWP. So I don't know how much of this made tape. I know the AAW definitely made tape. I'm going to bet the FSW one did. Probably not the LWP, but yeah, so Liger was out there. He was doing seminars. He was doing, I saw him doing different media spots, and I
wonder if his seminar was anything like the Young Bucks seminar.
And then, Jushin Thunder Liger wrapped it up, so this was all pretty much in California. He did one Illinois show and a Las Vegas show, but, I'm getting to the point to wonder how much longer we're going to get a chance to see Liger. Like, that's one of my bucket list things. I got to see this guy live.
Yeah.
Dude, when Liger came out that night, we didn't talk about this. It felt like 1992.
Yeah, dude. That was a Road Warrior pop.
Mega pop. Like, oh my God.
Man's hot.
So Liger was on tour. Speaking of masked characters, DDT Judgment ran last night. And we saw the retirement of...
the Great Muta.
Yep. So Keiji Muto is getting double knee replacement surgery, and he has come out and said that he will be retiring. Now, Keiji Muto is not retired.
But the Great Muta is.
But the Great Muta had his final match, apparently. I mean, anything can happen. But, yeah, apparently last night was the final match for the Great Muta, which, if that is true... farewell to one of the greatest, gimmicks in Puroresu and all of wrestling history. So,
yeah.
Former IWGP champion, just incredible stuff. The last time I saw a Muta match, super rough. So I don't know how good that DDT match was.
Yeah.
But it was like an 8-man tag, so I'm sure they protected him somewhat. Also, another news. So we've talked about the... team or what the partnership between Stardom and Ring of Honor for the Women of Honor tournament.
Yep.
They actually released some video earlier this past week for their qualifying matches. They actually had qualifying matches in Stardom, which I didn't know about, which was pretty cool that that stuff made tape.
Yeah, for the Stardom tournament that they're having.
No, for the Women of Honor tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the opening qualifying matches actually happened in Stardom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, they're now going to be holding the 2018 Cinderella tourney in Corkin Hall on April 30th, and the first participant is Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah, it's a big thing for Brandy.
Yeah, I mean, Brandy's going to be competing in Corkin. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and they're expected to have other Women of Honor, in the tournament. So that's another thing to keep your eyes out. I think this is nothing but good things for Stardom and good things for Ring of Honor. So, I mean, Ring of Honor is being smart, branching out with their partnerships. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Ring of Honor's partnerships, did you catch Joe Koff's interview with Sporting News?
I did not. I missed that.
So he kind of talked about the New Japan relationship and basically how Ring of Honor has benefited from bringing in New Japan talent and sending guys over there as well.
Yeah.
And kind of what their feelings were about having New Japan start to run shows in the U.S. And he said, at this point, with the size of their companies, it's really not a threat to either of them. And they're both businesses and they have to do what it takes to be successful. At the same time, he also said, that they plan on growing and expanding just like New Japan is. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
He also talked about the Honor Club service that they got coming out, and they asked him when more classic content is coming out, which is something I'm really waiting on. And he said that they're waiting to clean up the digital video. And he said the problem is right now they have all the tapes from the early days, and he said that they don't look good, basically. And he's like, when you play it back and you play a modern tape versus what they had in 2003, it just does not stand up. And he was like, so they're working right now on remastering that stuff. Yeah. He said that they're not going to be going back from the beginning and bringing it all up to date. He says they're going to be adding it from what was most recent, and then start going back accordingly, because that's going to be easier for them, money-wise, essentially.
Right.
So that's good news, though. I mean, they're planning to, essentially add more of that classic content that we're waiting on. We got some other news, Jeremy.
Yeah, so Finn Balor has a very interesting shirt that just came out from WWE Shop.
You saw that?
Yeah, OGBC, which obviously in WWE stands for Original Balor Club, but I think we all know the true meaning of that.
I saw also where Fale tweeted that, and then he put up his shirt, which says OG Bullet Club as well, that he sells in his store, and that they also sell it in the UK New Japan store. And then Matt Jackson tweeted Fale, he's like, better be careful with that. They're going to give you a cease and desist. And he basically put up both of their shirts side by side, and he said OGB club, OGBC over there, OGBC over here. And I was like, that's tight.
Yeah. So Finn, Gals, and Anderson all wearing.
I kind of want that OGBC Balor Club shirt because it doesn't say Balor Club on it. It just says OGBC, and I'm kind of like, that's tight because now I kind of want to wear it. Like it's like a Bullet Club shirt, basically.
Right.
How about Vader?
Yeah, I had open heart surgery. What was that? Today, yeah.
So, we reported last week that, he was getting surgery. We hadn't heard anything about it. And then suddenly, earlier this week, Vader retweeted saying that he was having to have full open heart surgery and that, he actually did release a video a couple hours before the surgery. I haven't heard anything today. So we're still hoping for the best, but that seems to be a lot more serious of a procedure than what we had anticipated was going to be the week before. So again, thoughts and prayers go out to Vader and his family.
Definitely. Then also a big announcement for All In. The Lucha Brothers, Pentagon and Phoenix are signed for All In.
Yeah. So that's a really, really big deal. I've seen both those guys wrestle. I love Pentagon Phoenix, and I whatever it is that they're going to end up doing, I think it's probably going to be something awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you hear about Vince Russo wanted to be All In?
Yeah, apparently, this clown wants to be All In. Dude, he needs to be all out and just get out somewhere.
He was saying something to the effect that, the stuff that these indie guys are missing with the controversy and the stories and the sex and all that, he could bring that to them. So he's he said that he'd offer his services, whether it was officiating, ring announcing, in the back, creative.
Throughout the resume, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Announcing or calling. He'll do it. He's he sees money there, and he's gonna try to leech on as quickly as possible.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, for real. Also, we announced a few months ago that All Japan was releasing their own streaming service. Well, it officially launched. And last night they had their first streamed event, and Kento Miyahara won the Triple Crown champion back from Joe Doring, which I know you don't follow it as much as Kento Miyahara is the ace. He's the ace. He's like their Tanahashi. He's freaking awesome. That All Japan Champions Carnival that we talked about, that's super stacked. That's next month, and he's going in as the champion now. So it changes the whole dynamic of who might win and that sort of thing. And, the winner of that tournament basically gets a title shot the month after. So from all reports, this is actually one of the best matches they've had all year, the Doring and Miyahara match. And it comes really, really highly recommended. So that's super success for All Japan. Good to hear that they're doing well again, after years of struggle. And I am kind of thinking about maybe getting that streaming service.
Why not, man?
I want to see that bro, that Champions Carnival. The
Champions Carnival, yeah.
It's more stacked than any G1 has been in years.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really is. Other news. So Josh Barnett, who called Strong Style Evolve last night, he's, former New Japan talent. He was actually flagged last year for USADA violation. He's obviously an MMA fighter.
Right.
He is the first ever official person to get away with just a reprimand from USADA for steroid use. He was able to actually prove emphatically, without any doubt, that his test failure came from a tainted supplement that he was taking that was not an actual steroid, but had banned substances in it, and he proved it, and they gave him a reprimand, and he will be returning to the UFC shortly. First time that's ever happened with USADA.
Wow, that's interesting. I'm curious to see who his first fight back will be against.
I don't know. The last time I saw him fight, he got choked unconscious. So
he's a heavyweight, right?
Yeah, Barnett's one of the all-time greats. Yeah. He's incredible. Also, how about this? Scott D'Amore was at Strong Style Evolve last night.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore, one half of the Golden Bookers.
I guess that's what that tweet really means. one of our fans corrected me on what that news meant on the comments earlier this week. But yeah, he was there with Don Callis, and we've been hearing rumblings that they're looking to expand their partnerships.
Because they're trying to poach talent for Impact. What he's doing.
You think so? I think they're trying to trying to finesse.
Hey
yeah.
man, let's get Golden Lovers on the next episode of Impact.
And then some video game news. So we know Fire Pro Wrestling World is coming out later this summer.
Yeah, for PS4.
It's going to be featuring New Japan talent, New Japan, video game modes and titles, all that good stuff. Well, they are now officially taking pre-orders. So if you have a PS4, you want that video game, you can now pre-order. There was also an announcement earlier this week that there will be another Tekken crossover with New Japan involving Naito, offering different kinds of like in-game awards and then different clothing branded with Naito and Tekken. I don't understand the whole entire thing, but if you're a video game fan, probably something worth checking out. And then the last bit of news.
Yeah, so Okada versus Shibata is the match of the week on New Japan World. That's the match from last year's Sakura Genesis. The big coming out party for Shibata.
The big going away party for Shibata.
Yeah, but hey, according to Shibata, it's not going away.
Yeah, so I mean, if you've never seen that match and you're not a subscriber to New Japan World, you have to see that match.
As soon as you're done listening to this pod, you fire up New Japan World and put that match on ASAP.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a 5-star match that you owe it to yourself. If you've never seen it, go watch it. If you have seen it,
watch it again.
It's free, guys. It's on YouTube. It's on New Japan World. Watch that match and prepare yourself, because we're getting ready to go into Sakura Genesis, and it's a year later, and Okada's still champion, and we got another dangerous challenger. So, I mean, this is just freaking... Jeremy, any last...
No, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week. Next week, we will be back with a Sakura Genesis review with possibly James Boyd from One Nation Radio, our brothers here on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. And I'm sure we'll also be naming our March Wrestler of the Month and March Match of the Month. So make sure you catch that next week. Thank you for listening. Make sure you connect with us on social media.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shout out to our listeners. We ended up giving our shirt away. We announced the winner last week.
Yeah, Howard Taylor, the winner of the New Japan Cup Pick'em contest.
Australia,
all
baby.
The way from Australia. He is getting a Toro Yano shirt delivered to him. Will be to him shortly. So guys, when we say we're gonna buy you stuff, we're not working. It's a shoot. So when we do these contests, enter in and you could win something.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be all the way
in Australia.
All the way in Australia.
Yeah.
That was something where I was like, oh, word, we gotta pay for that shipping? All right.
Like on Ryback's podcast, like he would always like have this running joke about only giving away stuff to like people in the United States and like skipping like all like the UK like entries. But yeah, we don't care where you're from. Enter our contest. We'll hook you up with something. So Howard, I hope you enjoy your Toro Yano shirt when it comes in. Make sure you guys are connecting with us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter. The show is at KI Strong Style. I'm at Jeremy L. Donovan. The brand at Social Suplex. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Social Suplex. You can join our group also, the Wrestling Squared Circle, facebook.com/Wrestling Squared Circle. We need some more New Japan fans up in there.
Desperately.
Yeah. You can follow us on Reddit. I am The Pro Black Guy. Josh is Keeping It Strong Style. Check out all the other shows on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. Rich Latta and James Boyd have One Nation Radio, One Nation Live. Ricky and Clive Wrestling Show Those guys are from Scotland, do a great job.
Shout out to Ricky and Clive.
They had a special episode last week. Ricky was unable to be on, but they had rants from SMC and Kyle Morris, who's one of our most active members in the Wrestling Squared Circle Facebook group.
What up, Kyle?
So check that episode out. The SMC podcast, they are on hiatus right now. At some point, those guys will be back, so be on the lookout for that. And just continue to support our network by leaving a rating and review on the app of your choice. Also, we're on Spotify now.
What?
So you have that Spotify membership. You can stream all the shows from the Social Suplex Podcast Network on Spotify.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's why I'm just in town. I just show up, you book the territory, I have no clue what's going on. Hey guys, another thing. When you see us post this show on freaking Reddit, stop downvoting our show. Our show is good, man.
We're trying to get over out here, man.
I'll be like looking on Reddit and all of a sudden we got like 12 votes. Then I look an hour later, 4 votes. What the heck happened? And like, no, it's not even like people are like, yo, your show's like, no one's commenting.
Right.
This show sucked this week.
Hey, if you guys think the show sucks this week, just put it in the comments. Let us know. Be real with us.
And we'll bury you.
Then we'll come on here next week and bury you. No, but
look what this jabroni said.
For real, we want feedback, whether it's positive, negative. Like, if you're downvoting, let us know, like, for a reason. Like, hey, didn't like the show this week.
And if you guys like the show, like, share it.
Yeah, share it. Facebook, Twitter. Share it with your friends. Let them know about Keeping It Strong Style. Help us grow. Share the whole Social Suplex Podcast Network. Remember, WrestleMania weekend's coming up. If you guys are going to be out there, look for us. We'll, at some point, be wearing our red Social Suplex shirts. So be on the look.
We should do something Sunday. Some Suplex get together.
Yeah, we'll
Keeping It Strong Style get together. We'll all chop each other like super freaking hard.
Oh my gosh.
Be fun.
Well, until next time, goodbye and good night. Bang.
Pew pew.
Thank you for listening to Keepin' It Strong Style. We'll see you next time.